Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Joe Wentz Project live broadcast. It is 10:39 on November 4th, and this beautiful Friday night. Yeah, man, beautiful Friday night. So it looks like we're flying solo tonight. That's all good. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. I hope everybody's doing fine. Hope everybody's having a good night. And we'll try to pull up the chat box here in just a minute and see if we can get some comments going and see what everybody's doing. Let's see, man. Let's see if we can pull it up. Yeah. Hey, there we go. We got 3 people in the chat room right now. We got Sean Mahoney, Billy Shelton. Billy says, "Hey, Joe, how you doing?" Billy, I'm doing good, man. Hope you're doing well. Sean Mahoney says, "Hey, Joe." What's up, Sean? Adam Scheinberg. I guess he made it back from the schoolhouse. What's up, Adam, man? Thank y'all for stopping in, man. Yeah, welcome to the fastest hour in broadcasting. This is going to be quick. Yeah, man. Just thought I'd jump on here for just a little while, man. Just I was putting a yeah, Billy, just audio tonight, man. Just audio. There's can't really be doing a camera tonight. I got my wife's laying down in the next room, and so I kind of got the lights down really low in here. Really, I just have one little light on, so it really wouldn't do any good to have the camera on tonight. So yeah, I just thought I'd hop on here for a while and chat with y'all, see how everybody was doing. And I guess everybody checked out Johnny's show. It was pretty cool. Dave had him a friend over there, got her first guitar. I guess that was her first guitar. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. Nice Wolfgang standard, just like what Adam has. I thought that was cool. I love that color, by the way. That color is phenomenal. I love that color, that Wolfgang. That was that a Wolfgang standard? Yeah. Beautiful guitar, beautiful guitar. And I tell you what I've been looking at. I've been looking at if my wife heard me say this, she'd probably bust through here and knock me out with a sledgehammer. I've been looking at another Wolfgang, but not going to pull the trigger on it just yet, and I really can't do it. I can't afford to do it right now, to tell you the honest truth. If y'all know me, y'all know I'm not going to blow no smoke up here. I'm going to tell you straight up the truth, how I feel about whatever the subject may be. So I can't afford to pull the trigger on it right yet. And plus we're getting here to here close to the holiday season, which we are officially in the holiday season now, which is hard to believe, man. It seems like it just came here really quick. But the 2 Wolfgang specials I was looking at was the all natural or the El Natural, as I think they call it, or the, and I'm leaning more towards the all natural. I really love that. I just love that, the way it looks. It's beautiful. Hey, Center, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Chad Horton, what's up, Mr. Horton? How are you doing, man? Oh, Chad. Chad's a good fellow. I work with Chad, in case y'all looking in the chat box and see his name. I work with that man. He's a good dude. Adam Scheinberg says, "Get the necked guitar." Yeah, I think all of them have that, don't they, Adam? But I am leaning towards more of that natural. I really would love to get that, but man, I tell you what, I have the Wolfgang special right now that if y'all watch any of my previous videos, it's they call it a vintage white, and I wasn't expecting that when I pulled it out of the box. I mean, I figured it was going to be more of a white color. It has that, it has kind of a tainted yellow to it, I guess you could say. I don't know. But either way, it's a beautiful guitar. It plays great. I mean, all those guitars play great. The only one I don't care for, I heard them talking about it earlier, was that Army Drab. I just don't care for that color. That color is ugly. I just don't care for that color on that guitar. Man. But that's just me. You know, that's just my opinion. Now, I would like to get the Red Wolfgang. I would love to have that, but I can't find it available. The only place I found it available was this one store online, but they don't offer any kind of payments. The one place I always do business with, is I've dropped the name before on these broadcasts, I'll drop it again, is American Musical Supply, and they let you do up to a year's worth of payments, interest free. And so yeah, you can't beat that, man. So that's who I do business with, and it really works for my financial schedule, so to speak. Adam says the black cherry burst is sweet too. It is nice. Now, Adam, are you talking about on the standard, or are you talking about the special? Which one are you referring to right there? Just curious, man. I mean, they're all sweet, don't get me wrong, they're all awesome. But yeah, but that vintage white one I got, I thought, like I said, I thought it was going to be more of a white color to it. But if you're curious, go back on my channel a ways and look at the EVH unboxing video I did. Well, it'd be almost a year ago, because in January, that's when I got that guitar. It was in January. And so I signed up for a year's worth of payments on that guitar. And so, yeah, not much longer, that baby be paid for. So, yeah, if you haven't seen that video, go back and look at it. You can see me right when I take it out of the box, you know, cut the stickers off of it and everything. And as Chad said, FedEx, yeah, he knows the FedEx truck comes by here quite often. It has in the past. It hasn't been here in quite a while, but there was a time it was coming here quite a bit. And so we'll have to give those guys a break. Oh, man. But yeah, so I don't know. When it comes time to getting another one, it might be a little bit, but when it comes time to getting it, I think I'm gonna go with that all natural. I think that's what I'm leaning towards. Every time I look at it, I like it more and more and more. It's just an awesome guitar. So what's on everybody's mind this evening? Anybody got something they want to talk about? Anybody got any anything on their mind? Anybody want to ask me any questions? You know, this is all about y'all too. This ain't just about me. I can't do this without y'all. So if y'all got any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat box. I love to correspond with you, if that's what you feel like doing. If not, this is going to be a really quick live broadcast. Oh, man. Pardon me. I had to take a drink of my beverage, which this broadcast tonight is sponsored by Sprite. Thank you, Sprite. Appreciate you quenching my thirst once again. Oh, Lord mercy. So, the last video I did before I started this live broadcast was a original song. I worked on it today. It's called The Lake House. And it was pretty fun, man. It was that's the first time I've done an original song in a little while. It hasn't been too long, but this one it came together really nicely. I was really happy about it. And so and the reason for that title is I did a lot of growing up at the lake in North Carolina. My parents started taking me there when I was probably about 12. I did a lot of growing up there, all my teenage years and all that stuff. A lot of fun. And that's when I saw somebody play guitar for the first time up there. And that's really what piqued my interest when I first saw that guy warming. The band was warming up. Is what they were doing. They were warming up. He was playing a Fender Strat, like the body was like a blue sparkle kind of color, a white pick guard, and he was sitting there just warming up and playing. I was blown away by what he was doing. I didn't know what he was doing. I mean, you know, I never paid much attention to guitar players before that, you know, just kind of went in one ear out the other. And, you know, so saw him playing, walked up and asked him a few questions. He started playing some licks and riffs of songs, which I had no idea what he was playing, you know, and that really got me going, man. It was, I mean, watching him do that, I was just like, man, how is he doing that? So it was pretty cool. It was awesome. And then later that year, Christmas Eve, got my first guitar. And that's hard to believe that this Christmas Eve of this year, that'll mark 30 years when that happened. Because I was 16. Wow. Billy Shelton says, talk about your Hendrix Strat. The Hendrix Strat. Wow. Yeah, that's a nice guitar too, man. I've done a video about that on my channel too. If you want to go, anybody hears this later or whatever wants to go back and check it out. That's a great guitar as well. Excuse me. And so man, it wasn't long. I got that guitar paid off. It was probably it was last month. Yeah, it was the 1st of October. Yeah. And that's a great guitar. Now, that's a beautiful playing guitar, man. It's you know, I'm a huge Hendrix fan. If you watch any of my videos, you see behind me I got a beach towel hanging up with Jimmy's face on it and a poster, and I'm always wearing a Jimi Hendrix hat and stuff like that. And I'm a big Hendrix fan. That guitar came with vintage style tuners, and I wasn't crazy about the tuners. So I decided to take the tuners off and put Fender locking tuners on it. And it made a big difference in a good way. I mean, it really did. It was awesome. Now those Fender locking tuners did not fit. They didn't fit. They didn't fit the
mustache.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't fit the what's I'm trying to say, Molly, the tuning peg holes or whatever. When I took them old vintage style tuners off and I put some new locking tuners on, I had to bore the holes out a little bit bigger for them to fit.
Sure.
And
everybody. Why do we have oh, sorry, Joe. Is this an audio chat or video?
This is just audio tonight. Yeah.
Okay. Because my camera didn't start. Is it my computer or is it the Hangout? Okay.
Yeah, I ain't got no camera on. Every time I try to cut my camera on, my computer wants to freeze up. So I just went audio.
Okay.
And I don't know. It ain't no telling with this laptop. Everybody, welcome Molly to the broadcast. Thank you, Molly, for jumping in, man.
Yay! Good to be here, Joseph.
But yeah, I was saying I had to bore those holes out on that Hendrix Strat a little bit for those Fender locking tuners for them to fit. And so, of course, I was real careful with that. And you know, with a Hendrix model, I didn't want to sit there and be real careless and tear up the headstock or something, you know. So I was really, really careful with that. And so, but we got them on there. We got the locking tuners on. It was good to go, and she plays fantastic.
And which guitar is this, Joe?
This is the my Fender Hendrix Strat that just came out last year.
Okay.
And
locking tuners make a huge difference, don't they?
They do make a huge difference. That's the first time I've ever messed with locking tuners ever. I've never messed with that ever before. And I went to Guitar Center and bought them because like I said a minute ago, right before you jumped on it, that came with vintage style tuners, and I just wasn't crazy about those whatsoever. And so I went to Guitar Center and I bought those Fender locking tuners, and I think they were right at $80 just for the tuners.
Right.
But they do make a big difference. I mean, I think they make a big difference.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you go to change strings.
Exactly. That's the one thing that I noticed right off the bat, and I was like, my God, this is going to be easy. You know.
Right? Yeah, it cuts minutes off. It really does.
It does, and it really helps it stay in tune. I mean, I do not have any tuning issues with that thing at all. I mean, I really never did before, but I really don't now. You
Right,
know.
right. Yeah,
So,
actually on my Frankenstein, I've got the Floyd. So it's got the Floyd locking nut, and I still have locking tuners on it. I mean, I know it's redundant, but
mhm.
I've been using locking tuners for like forever. So
Oh, okay.
I'm used to having them, and it's not really. I didn't, people are like, oh, you're an idiot. Why did you buy locking tuners when you got a locking nut? Well, it's not so much the locking tuner that I was going for, as much as the convenience is when I go to change strings, it doesn't take me a half hour.
Right, right. Yeah,
I
it's
can just
still,
pull it through, lock it down, cut it, and go.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it still serves a great purpose.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Um,
the way I do it, I don't know how you do it, Joe, but the way I go is with my fourth, fifth, and sixth strings, the wound ones.
mhm.
Um, I pull those tight. I pull those tight through the hole, lock it down, and cut it and tune it.
Right.
And then with the unwound strings, I do the regular where I give a little bit of 3 or 4 turns around the.
Mhm.
I get about 5 wrappings on the on
Mhm.
the on the unwound strings because those are more apt to slip than the wound ones.
Right. Right. Absolutely. And here's Johnny Bean. He's in the chat. What's up, Mr. Johnny? Billy Shelton wants to know. I guess this could be for you too, Molly, because you just jumped in here. He wants to know
Sure.
if have you ever played through a Marshall DSL 40 combo? I have not.
I
I have
have.
not. Okay, can you talk
Yep.
it and let Billy know what it's like?
Oh, it's a Marshall.
Okay.
It's good. If you like the Marshall sound, um,
Right.
it's a decent little amp to have. I wouldn't knock it. Now I'm not a Marshall person myself. I prefer Mesa Boogie. Um,
Right.
but it's a Marshall. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, and if that's the sound that you're going for, it's a good amp. I mean, if I wouldn't buy one, but if I had one, I wouldn't complain. We'll put it that way.
Right. Right.
Are they
Right.
worth $600? New, right? If it's new, 600. If that's the price, yeah, they're worth whatever Marshall sells them for. Um,
Right.
I'm not going to knock it that way. They're definitely, they're decent amps.
Right.
I just prefer that 6L6 gotcha sound, that
Oh
Mesa
yeah.
Boogie puts out more than the EL34s. And
Right.
that's with the EVH amps too. I would prefer the one that's got the 6L6s in it over this new one that they came out with. It's got that
Yeah.
marshally sound to it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually had a Mesa Boogie a number of years ago. They have an amp called the Stiletto, which is a EL34 tube amp, and
Mhm.
I didn't keep that very long.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the EL34. Johnny was kind enough to come on my broadcast last Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of touched on this new EVH EL34 amp, and he says hopefully he can test one out when he goes to NAM.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'm thinking that, or we were curious to know if it was more of a cleaner kind of, not such a kick butt amp, but we're not quite sure.
Compared to the other one, I would say, and this is just my projection. What you're going to have if think of these sounds. The white, sorry, not the white one, the EVH, the regular one, the one that's been out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Think Metallica, Godsmack,
Mm-hmm.
Korn, that kind of sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
With this new EVH EL34s, think Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, that British sound.
Right.
So I mean, you can definitely hear the tonal difference between, say, Metallica and Judas Priest.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, and that's what it is. It's that Marshall sound versus the Mesa Boogie.
Right.
Well, and not even to throw a brand on it, but the 6L6s versus the L34s.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
I sit there and I looked at Amp Up. It just became available on the site that I like to do business on, which is AMS, American Musical Supply.
mm-hmm.
And I just, because I always go on the website just to look at different stuff. And I looked at that amp just to see how much it was, just out of curiosity. Wow, man, it's pricey.
The new one, the EL34 EVH.
Yeah, yeah.
How much is it?
If I'm not mistaken, Mully,
About $2,000.
If I looked at it correct, it was about $2,300.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're expensive, right?
Yeah, that's.
I have to say, Joe, I'm a bit of a hypocrite sitting here saying that I prefer 6L6s over EL34s. My current amp is it's a Mesa Boogie, the mini rectifier, the 25 watt, the lunchbox amp, and that's got EL34s in it.
Oh, okay.
But it gets that Mesa crunch.
Right.
Must be the preamp. I don't know.
Must be. I don't know. Yeah, I've never tried a EL34. I've watched a couple of videos that I've seen a couple of people put up not long ago, and I mean it's all right. It's okay, but it's kind of hard to distinct anything through a video. You know what I mean?
Sure.
To me, everything kind of sounds the same through a video because your audio is not going to be that great unless they really have a great setup with nice microphones and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Johnny, if you're listening, I sent you an invite, man. Johnny said he wanted to know if he could jump in. Absolutely. You always have an open invitation, Mr. Bean. So I sent you an invite. I actually sent you an invite twice. So I hope it went through.
Yeah, it's a little wonky getting in here. I kind of had trouble finding it.
Okay.
It took me quite a few clicks to figure it out.
Yeah, I had to because I went to get everything ready, and I don't know what I don't know, and then it just everything.
Well, I got a question for you, Joe. Is this Hangout only audio because you specified it only audio, or because my camera's not working at all?
Yeah, I specified it only audio. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. I just felt like doing just audio tonight, and because
Gotcha.
My wife's trying to sleep in the next room, and I didn't want to have all these lights on in here.
Sure.
And so I just got like this one little light shining. Let's see what's he's saying.
You really need to get your man cave away from the bedroom.
Yeah. Oh, he says for me to send the link by messenger. Oh man. Okay. I'm sorry, Johnny. Let's see. Okay. Mully, take over for a minute while I figure this out.
So the Marshall amps, this new EL34 that they're coming out with from EVH, I think it's going to be rather Marshall sounding. That's what I would guess. I believe Eddie's probably trying to relive that Brown sound from the early days with his old Marshall. I doubt that they'll be able to do it. EVH still cheaper than the Friedman. I don't know Friedman amps, but there are a lot of those boutique amps out there that are really, really expensive.
Right.
So and I think a lot of people are into the 100-watt heads and stuff like that. For any of you new guitar players that are just starting out and you're wanting to, I want a Marshall half stack or a Mesa Boogie half stack or whatever, right? I need the 4x12 cabinet and the 100-watt head and the EVH model and all that. You guys got to remember that that like Eddie or all these guys, Eddie will play like an arena with a 100-watt amp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you don't need a 100-watt amp for your bedroom. I mean, that is a lot of power. I went through it when I was younger. You know, I had the Mesa Boogie half stack. You know, the 100-watt head with the 4x12 cabinet that I'd lug around when we go play, and I always thought that was the way to do it. You know, and then like I was at a live one night, and this guy had this little combo amp, a little Mesa combo, probably 50 watts or whatever, and he was just like, he was tearing the place up, and I was like, oh my God, you're getting all that sound out of that little tiny amp. And then that's when I realized, oh, okay. And then somebody put that into perspective to me that, you know, hey, these guys are playing, you know, stadiums with a 100-watt head. Why do you need that? And I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Now I've got this little lunchbox that weighs, you know, like 10 pounds, if that, you know, and it's got a little shoulder bag carrier with it. And I walk in and people kind of look at it, but you know, when you plug it through a 4x12 cabinet, it's, you know, it's only 25 watts, but it's 25 watts of tube power, you know, and that's another thing, you guys, tube power is going to be a lot louder than the analog. So a 25 watt, say, you know, like a Marshall analog amp versus a Marshall 25 watt tube amp, totally different beasts. Kawasaki Vulcan says, if you don't know how to work the amp, it will work you. That exactly. Sorry, Joe. Joe?
Yeah, Mully, go ahead. Go ahead, Mully.
Should I keep going? Okay.
See, I don't know if it's going to work on this, Johnny, because this laptop is, every time I try to do something different, I've already started, it just really goes nuts. But let's see. We can give it a shot here. Let's see. All right, I'm going to put Johnny on speaker. Johnny Bean on the phone. Hang on, Johnny. Let me see if I can put you on speaker here. Hang on just a second. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah. All right, Johnny, we got you live on the air. Yes, sir.
Hey, Mully, can you hear me?
Hey, John.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Sort of. Yes. Hey, no. Joe, yeah, you know how you know the window you're looking at.
Yeah.
You know how you go up and you add people by their name.
Yeah, that's what
it says add. Right below that, there's a link. Okay. Copy that link and put that in the messenger. You're up to headstock or something, you know. So.
Okay. Let me see here. Oh God.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it to. This is great.
Yeah, don't worry, it's fine. Don't be nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. I'm just.
That's the last thing. That's when you do these things, you can't be nervous at all.
No.
Even if you're messing up, even if it sucks, you just have to roll with it.
And these things never go smoothly.
Okay. Okay. There's a link.
Or just blame it on Nesdall. That's what I do.
Yeah.
It's usually always his fault anyway.
That's right.
Actually, in the main window, I think you can just copy the URL from the URL bar and send it to Johnny.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
That'll work.
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, from the show page, not the one that people are watching, but from the one that we're in.
The one that you're watching.
Yeah.
The one that you're looking at.
Right. Let's see here.
You know how you click up above and you can add people, and it's like it shows the little person icon and the plus sign.
Okay. Right
below that.
Right.
Either way.
Right.
Yeah, right below that there's a link.
Right.
There's a link. All you have to do is copy that link and put that right in Messenger. Yeah, because I didn't get any of your invites. I didn't see anything.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. The only problem is how to get Messenger. If I minimize this window, it's not going to mess anything up on the broadcast, is it?
Just don't close it. As long as mean, as long as you don't hang up or close, if you minimize, it's fine.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
You there, Mully?
No.
Okay. All right. Let me start open a new window, I guess. Open a new window here, I guess. This is brand new trying this here. Oh, let's see. We can go to
Hey, Billy Shelton.
all right. Okay. Just have to give me a second here, Johnny. What'd you do, Johnny? You already eat dinner?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see.
Oh, actually, well, if you just want to leave it how it is, it's fine. Because I guess people can hear me.
No, I'm getting ready to open Messenger up right now. Let me see. I'm getting ready to open Messenger up right now, but it's just taking a second. All right, here we go. Here we go. There's Johnny right there.
Yeah, right in that messenger. You just put that link right in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do as soon as it comes up here. Exactly. Yeah, one of these days I'll be able to get a new laptop. One of these days. Okay, paste. Okay. I guess it's sent to you. There it goes, Johnny. It's sent now.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
All right. Okay, we'll see you in a second. There.
Okay. And here I am. I'm here.
All right, man.
Hey, Johnny's in.
And this is audio only, in case anybody's curious.
Where was I talking to you? How can I shut? Oh, okay. Oh, that's gone. Okay. All right. There we go. There it is.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, Molly.
Hey, John.
Long time, dude.
Yeah, long time no see. How's your mustache?
Getting bigger.
Yeah.
Everything's getting bigger these days, you know.
Yeah. I think he can pull in TV stations from Russia with that thing.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Stefan. Hey, Stefan.
Oh,
hey, everybody.
Yeah, the gang's all here. Here, the gang's all. Hey, and you guys are lucky. Even Mrs. Mully's here. Say hi, Mrs. Mully. It's a very tiny voice.
Hey, hi, Miss Molly.
Hi.
Hey, Miss Mully.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm hostage. My dog's sleeping on my chest. I can't move.
Uh-oh. Can't move.
Opie's got her holding her hostage.
Uh-huh. Oh.
He's laying on her chest. She can't move.
Oh.
So I've moved from the man cave down to the living room.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're not on video, I'm naked. Oh, that's right. This is Joe Wentz channel, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the #1 Joe Wentz project show on the internet.
I don't know about that.
I sure hope so.
Sponsored the only one officially recognized by Cluckometer Egg Factory.
Yeah. That's it. Center wants to know who is the show sponsor.
Yeah,
That's
it,
it,
right?
right? Yeah. Cluckometer.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny, man. God, man. That is great, man. Golly. But yeah, so
So the EVH amp.
Wow.
yeah. Let's see.
Oh wow! Look, you're actually gaining viewers now. Now that I'm here.
There you go. Since y'all are both here, that helped out a lot.
Oh.
Let's see. Joe Wentz Project Live is the name of the show. I'll register that URL and have it go to my channel. Huh?
Cool.
Why is there 3 different Joe Wentzes in the chat box?
Yeah, right.
I have no idea.
Dude, we're just kidding.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
I was about to say, my God, I got everything fouling up over here tonight, man. Y'all are seeing things that I don't see. Oh man!
Hear that? Did you hear Tomoko?
No.
Uh-uh.
She just said Joe's going to regret asking us in.
Yeah.
No, man, I love you guys. Man. I would never regret that.
Yeah. Why do you think Mully erases every video he does?
Right.
Right after he does it, he'll do like a 3-hour marathon and then just click. It's gone.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's gone like it didn't exist. It's out of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. I might run for president one day. I don't need any of this stuff coming back to haunt me.
Yeah. So Johnny, what's your 2 cents about the EL-34? I know we talked about that last Wednesday, but since Mully's in here, you can share your thoughts with him if you don't mind. What's your thoughts about it?
Oh, I do mind.
All righty. On to the next subject.
No, why would I mind? No, it's. I mean, I haven't actually played it yet, but I've seen videos of it. I've heard it, on videos, and I heard you talking about how you hear stuff on video, and sometimes you can't tell. Although, I mean, if you're really, I mean, sometimes you can, You can. Uh-oh.
No, we're good. We're good. I'm sorry.
Put your clothes back on.
I was taking a picture of
Mully's sitting there without pants taking pictures.
Right. But I need a wide angle lens.
Yeah, he said it was like. You said it was like corn on the cob or something earlier. What was
No,
that?
I said, it's not very long. It may only be 3 inches long, but it's big around as a can of corn.
Looks.
Well, I think I've told you guys the first time I met Tomoko, when we first went out, she told me she wanted 12 inches with pain, so I screwed her 3 times and punched her in the mouth.
Oh my God! Oh boy!
That's not me.
Guys, I'm gonna go on mute for a second, and I'll be back.
All right.
Got a phone call coming in.
Okay. All right, man. God, mighty.
Oh man, that was funny.
Oh God. All right, Adam. Thanks for popping in there, Mr. Adam Schomburg. He's gonna. He said it's time for bed. All right, Adam. Thanks for joining, man. Hope you have a good night, buddy.
Good night, Adam. Good night. Whoever's going to sleep. Good night to you guys.
I just got started, Johnny. So we're gonna be on here. We're gonna be on here for a while. So I hope you got something to think.
Well, this makes up for my show tonight. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Don't tell anybody. I actually deleted my show tonight. Believe it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't, the flow wasn't there. The vibe, it wasn't right. And I just deleted it. And I'm not kidding either. You guys can go look and it's gone. But had nothing to do with any of you guys. It was none of you guys.
Oh no, I understand that, man.
No, it was just it didn't, to me, it didn't flow.
Right.
And for a Friday night, it just wasn't, it wasn't there. And I'd rather it just wasn't, So if any of you guys, if you go and look and the video is like weird or messed up, that's why.
Yeah.
No, this is great. This is great. This actually, I'm feeling better now. This is cool.
Good, man. I'm glad you stopped in, man. And I'm glad you talked me through the tech support thing, man, so I could get you on because I was like, I don't know, So
yeah, I know. And also, like I was telling you though, I mean, even you're sitting there live, or whatever, you're making a video and you're trying to do something and you don't know what you're doing and you can get nervous or whatever. Don't even sweat it. Don't even worry about it. Hey. we're still laughing.
I got a phone call. Sorry.
We're still laughing at your comments.
He's back.
I was gonna say something about the Vienna sausages and the jar it comes in or something, which I don't know.
That's why I titled this broadcast "Guitars, Music, and Everything Else in Between." So,
right. You guys go ahead and use that. You guys go ahead and use that. She wanted 12 inches with pain, so I screwed her 3 times and punched her in the mouth.
Oh man, crazy boy. Mullen ain't got no sense, boy.
No, I got. Wait a minute, I got you on that one, Joe.
That is too awesome, man. That is too awesome. Golly. That is too awesome. Yeah,
Billy Shelton saying we're going to get flagged with a can of corn.
Yeah, probably.
It's all good, man. Let them flag it. See, you only get to go there once. Have a good time while you at it.
Well, and then there's the other one that Tomoko is actually my third wife. My first 2 wives. Now you guys got to follow along with this. You got to jump in when you can. John, you've heard this one. My first wife died. My first 2 wives died.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my first wife died from eating poison mushrooms.
Jesus, man.
And my second wife died from a broken neck.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You know how she broke her neck?
No.
She wouldn't eat the mushrooms.
Oh my God. All right, drum roll, Molly. Drum roll.
Oh yeah, sorry. There it is.
Oh my gosh.
God almighty. I'm sitting there falling for this crap. Hook, line, and sinker, man.
Well, most people do, and that's a good way to get a conversation started too, right?
I mean, the man comes on here and says his first 2 wives died. I'm like, oh my God, I'm feeling like crap. I'm like, oh my God, this just got really serious. Thanks, Molly.
Well, actually, Tomoko is my second wife. My first wife is healthy and fine. She's living about an hour away from here.
Oh, okay. All right.
There aren't 2 dead ex-Mrs. Mulleys anywhere.
Oh, good Lord. Oh boy. What about you, Johnny? Would you share Would you care to share any marital bliss stories?
What? Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
Nothing like that.
John, do you have any kids?
No, just Howie.
Just Howie? Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool, man. I have a son. You won't believe it. I have a son, but he's 26 years old.
Do you believe that? Joe, he told me that last week.
Yeah.
Joe's got a 26-year-old son. Like, Joe must have been like 15.
Yeah, man. It was when I married my first wife, when we got married, he was 2. And,
is he your son, or was he married by marriage?
When we first got together, he was 9 months old, but he's not my biological son, but he's my son. Because
gotcha. Sure.
He never. I mean, I raised that boy since he was 9 months.
Sure.
And the original father never showed his face. I never met the man. Didn't even know his name. The story I was told, when she found out she was pregnant with Nathan, he took off. And then some time when I met her, and we were married for 13 years and then got a divorce. And I got remarried in 2007. So I'm remarried to my wife now.
Okay. So your current wife is her.
My current wife is my current wife.
Is she the mother of the son?
No.
Okay.
No. The Nathan's mother is, I don't know where she's at. She moved away somewhere. I don't know. Okay. I have no idea. I haven't spoken to her since I got divorced in the courtroom.
Okay, let me do the math on this. Are you saying you've been married 3 times, twice to the same woman?
No, I've been married twice to 2 different women.
Okay, you said you got remarried.
Yeah, I got divorced in 2005, and then got.
Okay. I thought you said we got remarried. Okay, you got remarried.
Hell
okay,
no,
gotcha.
No, I'm not crazy, man.
I was like, man, what the hell are you doing?
No,
you got out of it once.
No. I wouldn't. No. Hell no.
Okay, gotcha.
I met my wife, my new wife, my wife now. I met her, and we got married in 2007.
Okay.
So yeah,
the current Mrs. Wentz.
That's correct.
Okay.
My baby. Yeah, that's right.
Joe's always on the lookout for the next ex Mrs. Wentz.
No, I'm not. No.
But yeah, Joe. So okay, so your son isn't your he's your stepson, but yeah, you raised him, and yeah, I totally get that. My stepbrother, I've got a stepbrother. My dad married his mom. He was 8 and I was 12. 7 and 12. And we grew up together. I mean, he's my brother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, he's my stepbrother by law, I guess, but he's my brother. Right.
Absolutely.
You know, I never refer to him as my stepbrother. Never.
Right. Yeah. There's I have a quick story, and this is a serious story. There's no punchline or nothing. This is straight up for real. Where I work, the company I work for, at the end of at the end of the night, we come back to the station, and they have what they call like a fuel island, so the trucks can get fueled up.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, it's a Penske rental location for Penske trucks,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But
sure.
we park our tractors there at that facility, and there's a guy that works third shift. When you pull up on the fuel island, he comes out and fuels your truck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go park it and then do your paperwork, and you go in there and turn it in and go home. And then, but anyway, when I was still in my first marriage, I met this guy in probably 1999, maybe 2000, somewhere in that ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
We struck up a friendship, and he told me he was a singer, and we started writing songs together. And he had the perfect voice for like slow songs and ballads and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a super nice guy, super nice guy, man. One of the sweetest guys you'd ever want to meet.
Mm-hmm.
And so as time went by, I always noticed that when he would come over to the house, man, he would be there for He'd be there for 5 minutes, and his cell phone would ring. It was his wife, and she was, just on his back about, I mean, I don't know. You could just hear her. He was sitting over here across in the music room I had at the time. He was sitting over across the room. I'm sitting there with an acoustic guitar sitting on the floor trying to come up with some chords to come up with a new song idea. And he's over there, and you can just hear her just yapping, like raising all kind of saying,
Mm-hmm.
And he gets off the phone. The first couple of times he was over there, I didn't say nothing. That next time he was over, I was like, dude, man, is everything okay? And he's like, yeah, she just gets like, and she looked exactly like Kristen Dunst from the Spider-Man movies,
Mm-hmm.
and she could have been her twin. And I was like, wow, man, and so some years went by, and I got divorced, and I'm living here with my new wife now. And I kind of lost contact with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's right around when Facebook was making its appearance over here in this neck of the woods,
Okay.
I got on Facebook, made a Facebook account, and he found me, and he sent me a friend's request. And of course, I accepted it. And we started talking a little bit. We exchanged phone numbers and asked him how he was doing. About another year goes by, and he calls me. He says, hey, man, let's get together and see if we can write a song. I said, sure, man. Do you want to come out here? I said, because I live kind of out in the country. If you don't mind, you can come out here. I got all my equipment out here. We can record right here. He said, okay. He came out here, and we just wrote a song together, and we recorded it, and we sat there and we were talking. And I said, how you been, man? How you doing? And he said he found out his wife was cheating on him.
Oh,
and
that's fun.
He ended up leaving him and marrying this guy. Okay, now it starts to come around to the guy at the Penske shop where I get my fuel.
Mm-hmm.
And I got up on one night at the Penske fuel island to get my fuel, and that guy's name is Drew. The guy I was doing music with, his name is Dean. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I come up on the fuel island, and Drew's been working there at Penske for probably about, I don't know, 8 or 10 years. So I've seen him for many years. He comes out there and he's fueling my truck. And I said, "Hey, Drew, what's happening?" He goes, "Hey, man, did you hear about Dean?" I said, "Dean?" He said, "Yeah, Dean Gosnell." I said, "You know Dean Gosnell?" He goes, "Yeah, man, that's my brother." I said, "I didn't know y'all were." I said, "I didn't know y'all were brothers." He goes, "Yeah, that's my brother." I said, "Man, I've been doing music with your brother for years back in the day." He goes, "Yeah, but 2 days ago he died."
What?
And I said, "What do you mean he died, man? What are you talking about?" And see, what I hadn't told you yet was Dean, every other day he had to go to dialysis.
Okay.
And so he didn't have no functioning kidneys, you know.
Mm.
And when he found out his wife was cheating on him and she left him, he got so depressed, he just quit going to dialysis. He just quit going.
Oh,
and all those toxins built up and it killed him. And that's that's what I'm saying. The moral of the story is, man, don't let nothing like that get to you like that, because the sun's going to come up tomorrow. And he just couldn't get past it. So, you know, when somebody does you wrong like that, whether it be a male or female or whoever, just move on, man. Move on.
Yeah, you know, depression can be, you know, I don't understand depression because I've never had it. I'm pretty much a pretty positive person. The guy, you know, and you know, like, so, you know, like Johnny is admittedly, you there, John?
Hey, I'm here.
Okay. John is admittedly a quiet person in person.
Right.
Right, John? You said you're kind of shy and don't talk very much.
Yeah, I'm
not shy, but you don't talk very much. And
I'm not really like what you see on these videos. I make myself do these things, and it's great because it's like a new skill or something, you know, something I never had before, being able to do this.
Yeah, see, myself, I'm rather reserved in these hangouts.
Right.
You know, I'm even more me and you know, face to face. I'm just a happy person. You know, I like to have fun, right?
Absolutely.
So I don't get depression. I feel sorry for people that are depressed, but I can't understand it because I've never experienced it. And I've always felt like, you know, no matter what the problem is, it works itself out.
Right.
You know, I mean, Jesus Christ, man, I've been in positions where I've been in Japan for 26 years, and I came over here with a suitcase. I came over here with a suitcase and like $3,000. That's all I had. And luckily, you know, I was married at the time to my first wife, and we lived with her parents. So, you know, I had that, you know, at least that part. But, you know, they weren't paying for everything. Like the first 2 months here, I didn't have a job. Oh my God, that was horrible. But, you know, it all works out. And, you know, there were times in my 20s where I was out of work. You know, I'm married. My wife and I had moved out. We had our own place. And, you know, I lost my job or whatever. And, you know, what are you going to do? You know, you're not gonna get thrown out on the street, at least not that quick. You know, you'll find something. You'll get back in order. So if anybody's got any money problems, it'll work out. Just, you know, put in the applications, get out there, get a job. You'll find something. Anything else, you know, don't screw the small. You know, don't sweat the small stuff. And I think the big thing for me on that, and I don't mean to hijack your show here, Joe.
No.
I think the big thing for me was my dad died. I was 21, getting ready to turn 22. He died, you know, actually, and I don't know if I've told you guys this. My dad died on Eddie Van Halen's birthday.
Oh man.
Yeah, he died on January 26th. That's kind of cool. You know, if you're gonna die on Eddie Van Halen's birthday, how awesome is that? But he died. I was 21, getting ready to turn 22, and I think, and he was 49, which I'm going to be in February. I'm going to be 49 in February. He died at my age, and I think at that time, I think seeing him experiencing that so young, really
Yeah.
put life into perspective for me because Joe, my dad, was a truck driver like you.
Right.
And he was a cross country driver. He would leave on Mondays and come home on Fridays.
Right.
And he died in the cab of his truck.
Yeah, you telling me that? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And I think that experience for me was a real eye opener. Like, wow, there's really nothing worth getting that worked up over, because look how quickly it ends.
You ain't kidding.
You know?
You ain't kidding.
And look at it like this: if you die, the world's just going to continue the way it is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my God, I have to finish this project, or it's not going to. Hey, if you die, that project's still going to get finished. You know, the company's not going to close down because you didn't get it in on time. Granted, don't lay off your work and not do anything. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, don't get stressed so to the point that, oh my God, you know, because the world's not going to stop turning because you didn't finish what you needed to finish.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't let anything get to you.
Yeah, and if anybody out there is listening, if you ever feel like suicidal or depression, talk to one of us. We'll give you a shoulder to listen to.
Oh, of course. And I think that's one of the cool things about us doing these things is that there. It seems like there's a lot of people that do listen to these. You know, and they listen to all of us. You know, I can do one over on my channel because we see all the same people.
Sure.
You know,
Right.
You know, but I know there's a lot more than that.
Absolutely.
I know there's a lot more, and so it seems like we bring enjoyment to people doing these things, just talking to each other, whatever.
Sure.
And we're all just like anybody who can hear this. We're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's right. That's right, man.
But wow, that took a serious turn, didn't it?
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys about my first two wives?
Do you have another? Do you have another?
No, I don't.
Ending to that joke?
I used up my arsenal.
Oh, but yeah. But even like, no matter what's going on, you know, I could be really, really mad right now if I wanted to be. But I just, it's like, you know, in the long, you know.
Johnny, your biggest problem, in my opinion, is that you're too nice.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't a bad thing. I can't believe how nice you are sometimes, and that's why I think in the long run, you know, all of this, whatever, you know, all the stuff that's, you know, been happening, I think you're going to come out on the top end of things because people see that. People know that you're a nice guy. You're a genuinely nice guy, and you've been helping people for years, and you know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I don't do anything. I've never done anything to hurt anybody.
No.
Ever. Right. Ever. No matter what it is. You know, I've always helped people. If anybody has come to me, you know, needing help or wanting advice or whatever, I've always given that to them.
Right.
You know, I mean, Joe Wentz came to me wanting, you know, to do videos like this, needing technical advice. I gave it to him.
Right.
And here he is now, you know.
That was a mistake. Welcome to the Joe Wentz Project, sponsored by Dick's Halfway In.
Oh. Oh man. Oh, but man.
I've met a lot of great people among this crowd, and including you, Joseph. You're one of my favorites of the people that I've met via Johnny Bean.
Thank you.
Okay, let's stop smacking each other's wieners around and let's get back to Van Halen talk.
Could you hear me chewing?
No.
I'm eating. That's so funny because I'm actually eating a hot dog right now. you said quit smacking wieners. I'm sitting there eating a hot dog. Can you guys see me? I thought this was just audio.
It is
no,
audio.
Just audio.
Just audio.
But no, nothing is worth getting so worked up over. I keep telling Nesdal, it's like, dude, chill out. Because I know,
Right.
and I know, I see a lot of people that are very upset right now and very angry,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you can't. I mean, for me, some things you just can't let it get to you,
Right.
because it doesn't matter. It's still, whatever's happening is still going to happen, and you can't sit there and get worked up over something that it's like, okay, well, you just let it go. It's like, okay, whatever, and you just keep doing your own thing. That's all you can do. That's all you can do, And the thing is, the thing about the internet, about talking to people online, is really nobody truly really knows anybody.
Right.
I don't know there's things about Joe Wentz I have no idea. Mully, I didn't know. I had no idea about his first two wives until he told us tonight. So you truly don't really know anybody, and so people, you guys don't know. You guys really don't know me, really.
Right.
You know what I put out there, but
Right.
you really, let me just say, you don't know who I know. Let me just leave it at that.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but as far as getting worked up, Nesdal, chill out, dude. Although I think he's chilling out tonight. So I think he'll wake up refreshed tomorrow, if you know what I'm saying.
I love Dave Nesdal.
Oh yeah.
I love Dave. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I do too. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we talk on the phone all the time. Before we started doing these hangouts, we would talk. That's the reason why we started the hangouts.
Right.
Because it's like whatever we're talking about on the phone, it was the exact same thing we talk about in the hangouts. It was the same.
Right.
So I just thought, oh, why don't we just do it on like this, where people can join in and ask questions, answer questions, whatever.
John, I did have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I think I heard some inaccurate information earlier. Which guitar did Eddie use on what's that song? The one where he played the double neck.
Secrets.
On Live Right, where he uses the bass.
Oh, you talking about on Live Right Here Right Now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He used on the album Carnal Knowledge, he used a 6-string Dan Electro bass. It wasn't a double neck. It was just a 6-string bass.
On geez.
It was called a song called Spanked.
Spank.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's right.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. So on the album, he just used just a regular 6-string bass. The producer Andy Johns brought it in and showed it to Eddie, and he played around with it and ended up writing that riff. Almost like right there on the spot. That's where the song came from. If you listen to it, it's a pretty basic riff. So it's
right.
I could see them. Yeah, I could see them writing that song in like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I would. I'd really love to get a music like they've got the Silhouette baritone guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I would love to have one of those. My friend, you guys have seen my friend Joe, right? The Japanese guy that just jams.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen him?
I think you sent me some of his videos.
Yeah, he's got an old baritone, a really old one. Looks like it looks like a silver tone, but I don't think it is. It's that era, right? And damn thing never stays in tune, but he rips on it.
Yeah, because the tuners are really, really,
right,
really cheap, really small.
But he makes that thing sing. Anybody interested in seeing some good Japanese guitar playing? Head on over to my channel and check out I have a playlist called Joe, and and it's a Japanese friend of mine, and he's just amazing.
I was about to say thank you, and I said, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Japanese Joe.
Are you Japanese, Joe? I don't know. Maybe.
No, far from it. I'm sorry. Sorry. Mully, if you don't mind me asking, man,
Sure.
What persuaded you to move to Japan? Or is there
My first wife? I met my first wife when I was in Cincinnati, Japanese, and we got married, and we came over here to have a wedding ceremony because her parents couldn't get to the States, and they wanted her to have a traditional Japanese wedding. So they brought us over here, and we were here for about a month, and I just fell in love with the place, and I said to her, you know, we kind of decided, hey, let's come back over here. We'll stay for a year or so, and you know, make a little bit of money, go back, you know, get our life started back in America. And here I am 26 years later, still here.
Cool, man. Cool.
And I don't know if you guys have been, oh man, we're hitting some really serious topics tonight. I don't know if you guys have paid attention to any of my videos this week. But this girl that I went to school with she had posted on Facebook that she had, her and her husband had shored up their burial plans, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they went and picked out plots and paid for their funeral arrangements and all this and all that. And, you know, they're my age. I mean, these people I went to school with, right? And I was thinking, man, at this age, you're already planning, you know, preparing your funeral stuff. Mm-hmm. But she felt like she was really relieved about that. So I said to Tomoko, I said, how do you, would that make you comfortable, you know, preparing that right now? And she said, well, you know, the only problem with it is, and this is going to lend, you know, this is going to come back to me being here in Japan, you know, why I'm here and how long I'm going to stay. I plan on dying here. I don't think I'll ever move back to America unless I absolutely have to. Right. So, you know, if Trump wins and spoils relations between Japan and America, and I get kicked out, well, so be it. You know, I'll go back. But if, you know, I'll probably be here till the day I die, and you know, it's total cremation here. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you've ever seen a Japanese graveyard, but they're like I don't know, the stones. There's like a big square box on the bottom, and then the stone sticks up off the top of that. Oh, okay. And if you just pull up just Google Japanese graveyard, you'll see what I'm talking about. Right. Because they're all the same. That sounds racist, but
like that Japanese Wolfgang. Man.
But this is it actually is. The bottom part of the grave, the bottom part of the stone is a box, and they put the ashes inside of there. So there could be up to, you know, 10 generations of people in there.
Wow. Okay.
Like hundreds and hundreds of years in there, right?
Right.
Well, since Tomoko married me, she's and it would not necessarily me, but since she's married and changed her name, mm-hmm. she's no longer part of her family. That's the way it works here.
Uh-oh.
So when she dies, she's not allowed to be buried. Her ashes aren't allowed to be put into the family grave.
Wow.
Because she's not part of that family anymore.
Man.
So we have to get our own thing. So, and I was telling her, you know, would you feel comfortable if we went ahead and did all that? Personally, I wouldn't. But she said that the downside is that we don't have children. Right. And when the first one goes, me or her, the remaining one will be around to take care of the grave and blah blah blah. But once the second one goes, we've got nobody. There's nobody to come take care of. There's nobody to visit us. Nobody to come take care of the grave. Nobody to come in and clean it up. Nobody to do the little ceremonies. Nothing. We're going to be put away and forgotten.
Right.
And both of us agreed that it seemed like a colossal waste of money to buy a plot and build that grave site and do all that, because it's just useless.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on the other hand of that, being tossed into the ocean doesn't sound like a very fun idea either. I'm not that type of person.
Right.
But
right.
we found, and you guys might like this, we found on the internet this thing called the BIOS urn.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is
I know where this is going. Okay.
It's this urn. Yeah, you know where this is going, right?
Yes,
it's this
sir.
urn. They put your ashes in it, and then they bury it in the ground, and it grows a tree.
Yep. My wife talked about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I thought, wow, how cool would it be if somewhere, like say up in the Smoky Mountains, or maybe somewhere here, up in the mountains, we're buried next to each other and we're two trees growing together.
Right.
How awesome would that be? And then somebody suggested that we put our ashes together in one urn and, make no mistake. Because, when the second person dies, we got to have somebody go up there and bury the damn thing, right?
Right.
So we've kind of come to terms with, hey, that's a pretty good idea. And I think that's what we'll do. And we'll just have, like our friends' kids or something, we'll leave money for somebody to, to get their airfare or whatever and go to wherever they're, all expenses paid, of course, to take us somewhere and bury us plant us, I should say, in some good spot, right? Maybe Johnny Bean's backyard. What the hell does this have to do with Van Halen?
This is the Van Halen. This hours music and everything in between.
So, I like this though. Y'all
were able to talk about whatever you want on this broadcast.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I dig that, man. Because truthfully, I never planned on talking about Eddie every freaking day.
Right.
Well, nobody does, Johnny. That would drive me nuts too.
That's not how I got into this. I got into doing this stuff, just talking. I wanted to do a show or whatever. I don't even consider it a show. I just wanted to go online and talk about guitars.
Right.
Right.
All different kinds of guitars, all different kinds of whatever. Like, if anybody has any questions about what year did the Stratocaster have this neck or whatever, that's what I wanted to talk about. But because people look at me as being some Van Halen guru or something, I get the questions nonstop, and so I dig it. I roll with it, But
we're so much more than just Van Halen fans, right?
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't even, when I pick up the guitar, I don't even play Van Halen songs.
Me neither.
I don't either.
The last thing I want to do is be an Eddie Van Halen clone.
Right. Right.
So I'm digging this. I'm digging this, man. And
I want to be the biker from the Village People.
Oh, the biker. I don't think that's a biker.
He's not. Okay. I want to be.
I would because there is no bi and there is no her within that guy's. Or maybe he said bye to her. Maybe.
Yeah. Right.
Oh.
Today's Saturday, isn't it?
Friday night.
Saturday here.
It will be Saturday in 8 more minutes here.
It'll be 9 o'clock at night, Friday night, 8 more minutes here.
Yeah.
That's what's so cool about this is we're like in 3 totally different places, and we're sitting here having a good time.
Yeah,
laughing.
right.
That's right. This broadcast brought to you in part by Johnny Bean's Funeral Home.
Yeah, right.
Oh. Rim shot, Melly. Rim shot, dude. You're supposed to be ready.
Wait a minute. Oh, see, my timing's off. Wait a minute. Where the hell is it? There it is.
We were just talking about we we were just talking about the biker from Village People and then rim shot in the same sentence.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, man.
Something about that.
Hey, Dutchie. He's in Australia, man.
It's Saturday afternoon in Australia. Wow. Cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
The
So,
Joe
yeah.
Wentz Project, sponsored by Beaver Cleaners.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you, Molly. Thank you, Molly.
The Joe Wentz Project, sponsored by the Fuck King Chinese Restaurant.
Wait a minute. That ain't got nothing to do with FU tone, does it?
The
Oh,
Joe Wentz
man.
Project, sponsored by the Man Love Dental Practice.
Oh, man. That's funny. Just having fun. Just having fun.
Isn't this
man.
fun?
Absolutely.
This is what
man.
I get to do on a Saturday. Yay!
Late Friday night, early Saturday morning, let your hair down, have a cold beverage, and talk to your buddies.
There's Adam. Adam showed up. Couldn't sleep.
At least you have hair.
Oh, Adam, you guys still here?
Wait a minute.
Adam, you hadn't been asleep long. Adam, you only been asleep for what, 10 minutes?
Wait a minute, John. You're not bald, are you?
Not
You're
totally.
always wearing a hat, so I don't know.
Yeah. No. I mean, not really, but just enough.
Forehead's a little high.
Forehead ends in the back.
Oh,
No. I don't have Nesdal's due by a long shot, but
right.
a long time ago, the hat kind of became like my thing.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Like a long time that became my look, and so that's just
Right.
how it is. Although I do shave my head though, so sometimes you haven't seen me recently, but sometimes I do have like the Mr. Clean look going on.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
You always got a hat on, so I never really thought about it.
Yeah. Do we? Huh?
Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Dang, Adam. Where in the world you come up with that?
The law office of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Welcome to the Joe Wentz Project, sponsored by Master Bait and Tackle.
Crazy. Oh my gosh.
Well, Joe's a truck driver. Joe's a truck driver. Sponsored by Camel Toe.
There you go. That's right.
We'll snatch you out of a tight spot.
Oh.
Yeah, the other night what was I doing? It was the other day I was sitting around here and I open up Facebook and I see the long and winding road, Joe's live. And I was like, oh, what the hell is this? So I click on and Joe's driving home from work 3:00 in the morning.
Facebook Live. All you see is headlights on the road.
Yeah. So Joe and I chatted for a while, and then you disappeared there, Joe. Well, he told me, he says, when I get up past this certain part of this certain area, you'll probably cut out, and that's basically what happened.
Yeah. Yep. I know where the dead zones are out there.
Mm.
Absolutely.
I shouldn't have to worry about the dead air. This is your show.
Oh, dead air. I got that covered.
What year were you born, Molly? 68?
68, February 68.
What year were you born, Johnny?
95.
Johnny, man. Okay, he don't want to say. I was born in 70.
No, I can say. I can say we're what? We're like 3 hours into this video. No, 74.
Okay, cool.
Although nobody believes me. Nobody thinks this is my real name, and nobody thinks I'm the age I am.
Okay.
What do they think? You're older or younger?
Everybody thinks I'm younger.
Yeah.
What I usually do is if I tell people my age, I usually tell them I'm 10 years older than I actually am. So that way they say, "Oh, you look great." You know?
You're 42?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, okay.
Do you believe me?
Yeah.
Did you think I was older?
No, that sounds about right, I guess. Well, only because I know we're all like in this area, so early 40s, late 30s, early 40s, right?
Because we're talking about the same thing, and I know all this stuff, I guess.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I even know stuff I shouldn't know. I'm sure both of you guys got into Van Halen way before I did. Well, Joe, I do know your story, Joe, but did you really get into Van Halen in 86?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You weren't into them before then at all?
No. I was listening to old school rap music and Bryan Adams and stuff like that. I've heard of Van Halen at that time, but I wasn't into them. You know what I'm saying? So
boogie to the rhythm of the boogie.
So wait, so how old are you?
I'm 46.
Joe's 2 years younger than me.
So you're 40.
I got into Van Halen. I was late getting into Van Halen. I knew who they were, but I wasn't a big fan of them.
Right.
I'd say I probably got into them 1983 or so, 84. The first rock music I heard was AC/DC.
Right.
So I was really into them, and then somebody turned me on to Iron Maiden, and I like Quiet Riot, and can I be a little politically incorrect?
Sure, do what you want, buddy.
I'm going to step back to the 80s, okay? Let's talk like we're back when we were teenagers.
All right, cool.
I saw Van Halen, I thought, man, David Lee Roth's a fag. That's what I thought, right? God, what a fag, right? But then, I had the long blonde hair and everything, and I wasn't heavy like I am now. When I got into high school, this girl that I had a big crush on, and she was in my art class, and I did end up hitting that. She said that I looked like David Lee Roth, and I was instantly a David Lee Roth fan.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was a girl, right? And I started out playing bass because I love that breakdown in Metal Health, right? That really hit me, right? I was like, oh man, I want to play bass. And then like Steve Harris from Iron Maiden, and I just I really loved bass guitar, and I asked my dad to buy me a bass. So he got me a bass for Christmas, and he got my little brother a guitar, and I started taking bass lessons down at the local guitar shop. And then this thing happened with the girl in art class, and I found out, I learned a little more about Van Halen. I started watching them, and I saw Eddie playing. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, that's what I want to do.
Right.
And I took my brother's guitar. But, to this day, I can't play like that. I can't play like you guys.
I can't neither.
But somewhere inside of me, I feel the bass.
Right.
I feel like I should be playing bass. Like the rhythm, that's the I don't know. I feel that more than I feel the guitar stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
David Ross a fag.
Oh man.
Well, come on. Back in the 80s, when we were kids, you call somebody fag, that doesn't mean they're homosexual. There wasn't anything politically incorrect about that. Dude, you're a fag,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Kids called me that.
Oh wow.
You know, although like I didn't. You can't get upset, man.
No.
Yes, look, all these guitars I have, all this time I never bought a Stingray bass, and I really want one.
Dang. Get you one.
Are you kidding? My wife would kill me.
Oh, speaking of cremation,
I'd be the one eating the mushrooms, right? Yeah, fags or cigarettes in the UK.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Man, David Lee Roth's such a cigarette.
Yeah. Light them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because of that girl telling me you look like David Lee Roth, that like I became like a super huge Dave fan, right? And then when all that stuff went down, I was like, Sammy Hagar, are you kidding me? David Lee Roth. I was, definitely in the David Lee Roth camp during all that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look back on it now and laugh. I mean, there's some good music that came out of Van Halen those years.
Oh yeah.
But just somewhere inside of me that those first 6 albums are like the perfect. That's the way music should be.
Right.
There's a certain, it's funny because, maybe it's just because I'm biased because I'm a Van Halen fan, but from Van Halen to Van Halen 1984, I can't think of a bad song.
Mm-mm. No, me neither.
And even Diver Down, I love Diver Down. I think it's a great album.
I love that. I just bought that off Amazon. MP3 album. I just bought that last week. I mean, I've had that album many times in the past, but this is the first time I've actually had the digital copy or whatever you want to call it, MP3 album, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, man, I ain't listened to this in a while, so I went ahead and I got it and listening to it again. I was like, golly, man, I love that album. I love that album. I really do.
Okay, well, here's a question for you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and for the people out there, and this will be fun. A perfect album, start to finish, like something that like you can listen to every single. It doesn't have to be Van Halen, but something that you can listen to from start to finish, from song number 1 to song number 10, however many's on there, and you think, God damn, every single song on this album is great.
See you, Billy. Thanks for joining, man. You talking about the Van Halen albums, Molly?
No, any album, anything.
Any album. Oh wow. Okay.
Like personally, I think Appetite for Destruction. I don't think there's a bad song on that album.
You want to hear something crazy about me, man?
Sure.
And that's just the way I've always been. I never was a huge Guns N' Roses fan. Never was. I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're bad. It just wasn't my cup of tea, But I do. There are a couple of songs by them I like. I love that song Night Train. I love that song. But I guess because back in the day, man, I heard, Sweet Child of Mine, Welcome to the Jungle. I heard that stuff over and over and over on the radio. I was like, I don't want to hear that no more. Same thing with Bon Jovi. I heard that so many times, I got burnt out on that stuff. And plus I've played those songs so many times when back in the gig days, I was
Bon Jovi
was just
never
like,
appealed to me.
What's that?
Bon Jovi never appealed to me.
Yeah, I like some of his songs and all that, but like I said, for me it got old quick. Nothing is. I'm not saying nothing bad about them as people or none of these. It's just the music. I got burnt out on it.
Sure.
But
Sure.
But
Well, we got some albums rolling in here. Fair Warning, Guns N' Roses. I assume they meant Appetite for Destruction. Metallica's Master of Puppets.
Okay.
And then Adam's saying Fair Warning, first Van Halen album, Balance, Eat 'Em and Smile, and Skyscraper.
Okay.
Kawasaki Vaughn said Frank Marino. I don't know that. Faith No More, Angel Dust. That is a good album. Jabovi.
Yeah.
The Beatles, Abbey Road. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Joe, do you have an album that you think, oh my God, just from start to finish, this is a great album?
Oh man, there's a bunch of them. Of course, the first Van Halen album for me.
Sure.
Now you're gonna think this is crazy, but you asked me.
No,
So,
go ahead. You wouldn't believe some of the shit I listen to, man.
I love Brian Adams' album when he come out with in the '80s called Reckless.
Oh shit! I didn't know you were going to hit us with that. Okay.
Yeah, I told you. I warned you.
Just kidding.
I warned you, man. I warned you.
I was kidding.
I love that album, man, and because and I'll tell you why. Because when I really started to get interested in guitar, that's what I was listening to in my Sony Walkman, the actual Sony Walkman that took a cassette, you know. And I went with my mom to a small Walmart one time, and she.
Hello.
I got that tape. Got
Uh-oh.
that.
What happened? We got cut off there for a second.
My freaking laptop wants to be stupid, and
Okay.
and she got me that tape. Actually, it was Bryan Adams' that first album, "Cuts Like a Knife," and I was listening to that, and I got the next one after that, and I was just listening to all the guitar on that record, and I was like, man, this sounds cool, you know. Just I don't know, I really liked this stuff. So, but I like there's a bunch of stuff, man. I mean, Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls. It's an awesome album. Theater of Pain, Motley Crue is awesome. I love that.
Theater of Pain's a good one. Alice Cooper, Back in Black is a good album.
Yeah, that's good.
Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare. Nice.
Yeah.
Adam Scheinberg's saying fag. I don't know that album.
Chad
George Strait, greatest 50 number ones.
George
nice.
Strait. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys, John, you got any perfect albums?
Yeah, Johnny, what's yours?
Uh-oh. I'm going to get yelled at now.
No, you're not.
I would say one. Adam, you're close, man. One of the ones I would name as far as a perfect album. I mean, I would say, as far as like hit after hit after hit, just as far as commercial, I would say Def Leppard's Hysteria.
Oh, yes.
Good album.
Yes.
Every song on that album almost was like a number one hit.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And they're good songs. You know,
they are.
That's one you could put that on, let it play, and you're just like you're rocking the entire time. You know?
Absolutely.
Another album that I would say is a great album, start to finish, would be Regetta de Blanc by the Police. If you know that one, or de Blanc, whatever it is, you know. I don't know.
Mrs. Mully?
Yes.
Is there any album that you think is really good from start to finish? First song to last? You think, man, every song on here is really good?
In my experience?
Sure, anything.
Well, I had a Godsmack first album.
Who Godsmack's first album? Oh, that is a good one, isn't it? The Black Album, Metallica.
Diver Down. That's a good album.
You like Diver Down? Yeah.
Cool.
That was a good album. Even the cover album was really good.
Okay, guys. Now, since we got that, what band? It could be a big band, but a band that you think didn't get as big as they should have gotten. Like man, that's just like a classic band from the '80s that just totally kicked ass, and they didn't get the notoriety they deserved. Now mine, which I think is one of the best bands out of the '80s, is Cinderella.
I was about to say that. God Almighty. Yep, that's what I was going to say.
They got pretty big, but I think they could have been bigger. I think they could have had Guns N' Roses status had they not had that name.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Sinner, Faster Pussycat, dude, you're right up my alley.
Hey, he said another one, man. Beastie Boys, License to Ill. I love that album.
You know, a center, if you can hear this. Yeah, right. I've got that. That's in my iPod.
Wow.
Love me some Faster Pussycat.
Cool. Fake's no more. He says.
Yeah.
Dutchy 5150 says that
but you can't have it.
he believes that they didn't get the notoriety they were deserved. I believe that's what he's meaning right there.
Yeah.
Who? Faith No More?
Good band.
Yeah.
Them? Yeah, they're from here actually.
Right.
They're from here, and I remember I saw the guitar player one time leaving a guitar store, and then another friend of mine said that he was driving down the street and he saw the guitar player waiting for the bus one time.
Now wait a minute, that guitar player from Faith No More, he's that big Rob Zombie looking dude, right?
Kind of, yeah. He has like the huge, like big curly black hair.
Big dreadlocks. Oh yeah.
He did.
Oh,
like
yeah.
big like beard or whatever.
Right.
I don't know his name, but yeah, they're from here, or they're from the East Bay.
He's got Slash's hair on steroids.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Jim Martin. Yeah.
Jim Martin. There you go. Jim
There
Martin.
you go.
Yeah. And they're still around. They still play around here. They have side bands that play around. You know.
Okay. All right. Now, next question. The album in your iPod that people would go, "Oh, really?"
Oh, golly.
So Joe was bringing up Chicago before, but or not Chicago, but Bryan Adams. But
Right.
you got to have something in there that people like. What's the one like? People see me, they're like AC/DC, Iron Maiden, Van Halen, blah, blah. What's the one album on here? People go, "Really, Mully? You listen to that?" What do you guys have? Mine.
Oh,
You ready for this? Mine, the album in my iPod that I really, really love, that people won't believe I have. It's called Always, and it's a stage show of Patsy Cline.
Oh, okay.
It's a show about a woman. It was a Broadway show about a woman that had met Patsy Cline over, a series of events, and stayed in contact with her up until she died. And the soundtrack from that stage show is so good. Oh, Kawasaki Vulcan, Dean Martin, of course.
There you go, Johnny.
But I've got the CD up on my shelf. Everybody.
I listen to Dean Martin every Sunday while we're making brunch.
Oh, okay.
Gotta love Dean.
Every Sunday, I've got Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, the Rat Pack, a different combination of those albums playing off Spotify.
Nice.
But, the thing with me is I always admit, especially on these things, that I listen to everything.
Right.
I'm always telling people, especially if you play an instrument, don't listen to one thing. Don't get trapped in one style or one sound or whatever. I mean, that's if you want to do your own thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like if you listen to Van Halen nonstop, you use a Floyd Rose nonstop, you're going to write stuff that sounds just like Eddie.
Right.
And that's fine. That's cool, but you're not being yourself. Even though you think you are, you're not. You're being somebody else.
Right. And even if you listen to Eddie Van Halen and you're like, "Oh my God, he's so incredible," and then you go to Steve Vai, and then you go to Joe Satriani. Well, you're basically going along the same line. They vary a little bit, but you're on the same line. But then you think, "Oh, well, there's nothing better than this." Well, go listen to Roy Clark, or go listen to some Jerry Reed.
Oh, God.
Some old Scotty Moore and stuff like that. You're like, there's some incredible music out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I almost think, some people, and who texted me? 802 Blues. Was that you that called? Are you listening to this? 802 Blues. Tesla should have been bigger. Thanks, you guys.
Ooh, Tesla. Yeah, they were a good band.
I love Tesla, man. I love Tesla.
Why am I not seeing that?
Oh, because it's on my phone. My phone actually. Somebody called that number that I give out, and
Okay.
and it went to voicemail, and I get a transcription of the message, and I'm reading it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, or it's a text. Maybe they're texting me. Yeah, you guys can always text that phone number. You know, the number that I give out on my my stuff
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
You know, I won't always answer it. You know, but you can always text it, and I can always get your text.
Right.
But yeah, for me though, is I'm always telling people, you know, I listen to everything, and I'm not
Right.
kidding. When I say that, I'm not joking. Okay, you wouldn't believe some of the stuff that I have in my iPod, Spice Girls. You know,
you
wouldn't.
laughed at that one. She's over there giggling.
Yeah, you would. I've got so much. I've got so many different, different things in there. Because I love everything, and that's the only way. If you want to be a true musician and write your own stuff, if you want to be your own, if you play an instrument and you want to create your own sound, you have to soak everything there is in.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Most of the stuff, like I told you, I every Sunday we listen to Dean Martin, we listen to Sinatra, and you know, I listen to that stuff, and it inspires me, and there's no guitar in it.
Right.
I don't even listen to the guitar. You know, I mean, like I've said before, when I play the guitar, when I write my own stuff on the guitar, I just happen to play the guitar. You know, that's how it is. I'm not looking to be Eddie Van Halen. I'm not looking to do all that stuff. You know, I love, coming up with my own music, writing my own tunes, whatever. And I just happen to play the guitar. So that's how it comes out. You know, if I could play, if I could play a cello or violin or whatever, if I wasn't, a rocker or whatever, I'd be in the Boston Pops.
Sure.
I'd be sitting there in a tuxedo, playing a.
Oh, Scheinberg just hit us with one of my sweet spots, the Lost Lonely Boys.
I love the Lost Lonely Boys.
Oh, I love them.
I love those guys, man.
Yeah, I got them. I got them on call.
I love
my Lonely Boys.
I wonder why they've I guess they had their moment of glory and kind of faded out quick. Man, I love those guys.
I've heard they're still putting music out. They're just not getting the airplay, I guess. But I've heard clips of their latest album, and they sound just as good. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're just not diversifying enough.
Yeah,
because they do kind of sound like the same songs on every album, but it's good stuff. I mean,
oh yeah,
Superman. Oh, what a hell of a tune, right? Mm-hmm. Actually, Tomoko and I, our wedding picture, our favorite wedding picture is one that was taken. We weren't posed for it. It was just one of those that the person was the photographer was just snapping off some pictures, and we just happened to be standing there. Right. And he's looking at me, and I'm laughing. She's looking up at me, and she's laughing, and it's just a really, really good picture. We both like it. We're like, that's the one we're keeping. Right. And we had it framed, and I had the lyrics from Nobody Else, the Lost Lonely Boys, Nobody. I had that printed on the side of the picture, and we got it framed and hanging in our bedroom.
I actually had a live DVD of them. I was still in my first marriage. And,
is that the one where they? Was that the pro shot one at that the outdoor concert?
Yeah. It was.
And they do the one-handed playing at the end.
Yeah, and it's amazing how the two brothers switched off. The one that plays bass and sings, he played his brother's guitar, and his brother played his bass, and I was like, good God, man, they are freaking phenomenal, man.
Yeah, and they put the bass player. He put the bass on the floor.
Yeah,
playing it with his eyes closed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's how I first saw the Lost Lonely Boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody loaned me that DVD. I was like, who the hell are these guys? And I watched it. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're bad, boy. Do you know who discovered them? Who helped them get the ball rolling? See if you know this question.
I'm going to have a feeling that I've known this and forgot it. Who is it?
Willie Nelson.
Oh, no. What? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. Sure do, man. Yep.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Pretty cool.
Love me some Lonely Boys.
I love those guys. What about you, Johnny? Do you like the Lost Lonely Boys?
Yeah, I like what I've heard. You know, I don't listen to the I don't listen to FM radio. I don't watch MTV.
I don't
I mean,
either.
not that they'd be on there. I don't know, but I don't keep track. You know, of even though I say I listen to everything, you know, I do, but I don't like I'll hear a song here and there, or maybe I'll like something but not know who it is, or
Sure.
you know. But yeah, I like what I've heard, but I really don't know much about them at all.
Right. Yeah, I don't listen to the radio either. I still just listen to you know, what I have downloaded. I don't, you know.
That first album of theirs won like 150,000 Grammys, right? Like they got like they got like 6 or 7 awards off of that album.
Oh yeah, they got a bunch, man. They got a bunch.
They raked it in that year.
They did. They sure did.
Cineros says the best artist quote was Randy Rose saying, "I don't wait." He says, "Don't waste your time learning my songs. Create your own."
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's good to learn licks from different guitar players and stuff. You're going to do that anyway. That's how you learn.
Right.
So when it comes down to, like, you know, trying to write your own stuff, man, that's when you really have to dig down deep. You know what I'm saying? And it can be hard sometimes, man. It can be.
Why do I want to write my own music when there's so much great music out there for me to play already?
That's true. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you want to do your own thing, you know, it's which I did an original song today, and that's the first original I've done in quite a while.
Oh, which one was that? Was that the
today? I did it. I posted it when y'all was live on Johnny's Hangout earlier. I went ahead and put it on YouTube. It's called The Lake House, is what it is.
Yeah. I saw the thumbnail for it.
And yeah, I did that. I worked on that all day today. You know, played every instrument except the drums. I didn't play the drums. Everything else I played. And yeah, that's the first original I've done. Well, probably I guess in about a month or so. But I used to do that every weekend, and I got burnt out trying to do an original every weekend. I just got burnt out, so I started doing cover songs, and I really had a blast doing that. And really, that was more of a challenge than anything else. I was like, can I do this song? I don't know if I can do it. Can I do it? So I started picking out songs that I really loved growing up, you know, and went from there. And then today I decided to try to do an original, and I was really happy with the way that turned out. It felt really good. And but when you're seeing most of my stuff, since I can't sing worth a crap. My stuff is going to be instrumental, and it's kind of got that Satriani vibe to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I have to come up with some melody lines, and you know, it's easy to kind of rip and burn through something all the way through, but that gets boring quick. You got to have a melody. You know, you got to have some kind of melody to kind of carry the thing through. Something that'll keep you, you know, keep the listener's attention is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
And so that's what took so long today. I was like, man, I kept messing around with it, and finally came up with something. And I was like, oh, okay, that'll work. And by the time all was said and done, you know, it was about dark here. And I said, man, my wife's like, you gonna go get us something to eat, or you gonna stay back in that room all day? And I was like, I said, hey, yes, ma'am. I'm gonna get something. What you want? What you want? Steak? What you want? Crab leg? What you want? You know.
Right. Adam is saying that when he listens to Lost Lonely Boys, he ends up following with SRV. Yeah, you can't not listen to Stevie Ray Vaughan, right?
Yeah. Oh, that goes hand in hand right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would say my favorite guitar players, obviously number one is Eddie, but my other number one is Stevie Ray Vaughan. Like those two are like all-time favorites. And then like Angus Young, he's one of my favorites. James Hetfield. And most people don't usually pick out the rhythm guitar player, but I really like James Hetfield. I like his, I like the way the rhythms that he plays. Nuno Betancourt, Paul Gilbert. How about you, Joe? Who are some of your favorites?
That's funny, man. I was in a Nuno Paul Gilbert sandwich one time.
What do you mean?
I've got a photo where I took a selfie with both those guys on each side of me.
Oh, really?
A Nuno Paul sandwich.
Nice.
Look on my page. You'll see it. It's right there.
Yeah, he's got it. I've seen it. Yeah. That was at NAMM, wasn't it, Johnny?
Yeah. That was a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nuno's bad. He's a badass guitar player, man. Golly.
Yeah,
he's awesome, man. I love Extreme, man. Extreme's awesome.
Me too. Me too. Porno Graffiti. That's one of those albums that's good to listen to front to back.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah, Adam, definitely. Mr. Big was definitely a band that didn't get enough.
Yeah, I love Mr. Big. Man. Golly. Yeah. Man. Absolutely. Well, we got 3 more hours to go. What y'all want to keep talking about?
What's 3 hours?
We're doing a marathon tonight.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding, man. Oh, Lordy mercy.
Tomoko looked up. What?
I remember Johnny talking about that a while back. About him and Nesdal were going to try to do like this 6-hour marathon, and for the longest time I thought they were serious. I was like, man, they're going to do a 6-hour marathon. And
oh no, we actually did.
Oh, okay. But
when we first started doing these hangouts,
oh, okay.
I've been doing these hangouts since 2011.
Oh, okay.
When they first came out, and when Nesdal and I first met, and I started doing hangouts and stuff. Well, this would have been a couple. This would have been in maybe 2014, maybe 2013, 14, somewhere. We actually one of the first hangouts we did was actually like 6 hours long.
Oh, Jesus!
Believe it or not, because you can do this up to 8 hours.
You're right.
Yeah, but you told me it didn't post, like it didn't stay up there or something.
No,
it kind of glitch in it or something.
Yeah, for some reason, like the first couple hours weren't there, and then maybe I don't know. I'll have to go back on the channel and see what is there of that video actually. But
okay.
Yeah. No, it was us talking to like some guy in where was he? Somewhere far. I don't know, Norway, Ireland, like somewhere. And he actually woke up. He actually got up like early in the morning to join us, and we talked to him. We helped him fix his guitar. I mean, it wasn't anything like when you watch us now. It was very, very early in the when you watch us on these videos, but yeah. Well, I mean, when I do these things, or the way I kind of look at it is, when there's a most radio shows are like 3 hours long.
Right.
Except there's commercials, except there's breaks. You know, you can jump, you can do this thing for like 3
These
hours.
are the breaks. Oh.
Yeah. Johnny, you've already taken 2 breaks. You've already split and come back twice.
Oh yeah.
A small bladder.
It's our turn now. Johnny to take over for about 10 minutes, and we go take a break.
I stopped smoking. I don't know what to do with my break anymore.
Oh man.
That's funny.
Sinner's asking, what are some of your favorite bands besides Van Halen? Mine are definitely like AC/DC. AC/DC is probably my top choice after Van Halen. And they may even edge Van Halen out at certain times.
Right.
Godsmack is another favorite. Lost Lonely Boys. And Metallica.
Cool. I love my stuff stems more toward the blues area, believe it or not. I love B.B. King, Buddy Guy, Jimi Hendrix on some some of his stuff. Eric Clapton. I love that. Cream, all that stuff. A lot of the Zeppelin, a lot of the early kind of stuff like that, the Allman Brothers. I'm a huge Allman Brothers fan. I actually got to see, my wife and I actually went and saw Greg Allman earlier this year in January perform at the in Harris, Cherokee, North Carolina. And I'd had the tickets for about 4 months. I got them early. I got a notification by email and we went up there. And he put on a really good show, man. And I've got his audiobook. I've listened to his audiobook. This is no joke, man. I bet I've listened to his audiobook at least half a dozen times, at least.
Almonds?
It's the audiobook by Greg Allman. It's called My Cross to Bear. It's his story, but there's another person, narrating the audiobook.
Sure.
But that guy does such a phenomenal job. And I figured out, I said, man, that guy's voice kind of sounds familiar. And the man that's narrating that book, his name is Will Patton, is his name. And I looked him up and I saw his face and I said, I've seen that guy on TV, but I couldn't tell you what TV shows, but I have seen him on TV before.
Will Patton?
Yeah. And he's got a bunch of.
That's not the dude from Eight Is Enough, is it?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Dick Van Patten.
Oh,
yeah, that would probably be his dad. Yeah. But yeah, Will Patton has a bunch of awards, man, for book narration. I didn't realize that till I did some digging. He's got a bunch of awards, man. I was like, wow, because he's got the perfect voice for it. But anyway, Allman Brothers, I love the Allman Brothers, and a lot of blues. I love that stuff.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, there you go.
He was wasn't he one of the redneck prosecutors in the Time to Kill?
I think so.
Tomoko answered. Here we go. What's he been in?
Oh, he's been all over the place. I think he's North Wing.
West Wing?
West Wing. The White House Story.
Right.
He was probably in the 24, some kind of JFK or something like that.
Well, here we go. Movies and TV shows. Falling Skies. Remember the Titans? He was in that. He was in Armageddon.
Thank you, Chad Horton.
The Postman. He was in that.
There you
go. Gone in 60 Seconds. Yeah, he's been in everything. Yeah, if you guys pull him up, you know who he is. Yeah, you're right. He's got a good voice for that stuff, for sure.
Yes, sir.
He was in Desperately Seeking Susan. I'm sure Johnny's got that on DVD.
He does.
That's back when Madonna actually looked good,
Yeah, Joe, thanks for telling me his name, because Tomoko just pointed something out. Will Patton, Patton.
Adam.
Tomoko just pointed out something that he plays a really good bad guy.
Yes, he does.
That's one thing. I don't know how you guys are with your movies, but one way that I gauge an actor is how he does a bad guy.
Right.
And my favorite actors are the ones that can play characters that you just piss you off so bad.
Oh yeah.
That you want to put your foot through the screen.
Well, that's a sign of a great actor.
Yeah, right. And like, if I can just totally hate somebody in a movie, I think, man, what a great actor.
Wow.
And
Absolutely.
here's my top 5.
Okay.
Okay. Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, he's can be a cock. Okay. Gene Hackman.
Yes. Yes.
Oh God, is he a colossal douche? Right?
Yeah.
J.T. Walsh.
You kind of got me
J.T.
on that.
Walsh has to be the biggest cock ever. And if you don't recognize him by name, think of the Colonel in Good Morning Vietnam.
Ah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's been in everything. He's always an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay. Adam Scheinberg saying Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson does good, but he's done some lovable roles that ruin that for me.
As good as it gets. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But yeah, Nicholson's really great. He's great.
Wow.
What's that?
Jack Nicholson was great in Goodfellas.
Jack Nicholson? He wasn't in Goodfellas.
What was the military story movie?
Oh,
wasn't it Goodfellas?
No. Goodfellas was the De Niro.
Oh, okay. What's the movie title?
That's you're thinking of the one with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
The what was that? Where he was a colonel. Colonel Trout. No, not Colonel Troutman. He's from Rambo.
A Few Good Men.
Few Good Men.
Few Good Men.
Yeah. Yeah. You want the truth? Yeah. So yeah. Well, okay. So Nicholson. Yeah, he was a total asshole in that. But you can't really get him. What was the movie with Helen Hunt?
As good as it gets.
As good as it gets. Yeah, you can't really get him out of your head after that one. Although he was an asshole in that, but he was an Archie Bunker asshole in that one.
He was an asshole. That's how he was.
He was a lovable asshole.
That's his character.
Yeah, but J.T. Walsh is another one. Kiefer Sutherland, Gene Hackman, and one person. The first time I saw this guy, I had no idea who he was Antonio Banderas.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it was that movie with Stallone where they were snipers or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God, was he a dick? God, I hated him. He was so horrible. I hated him so bad in that movie that I didn't want to see him in any other movies. I was like, oh my God, I hate this guy. I hate him with everything and then I saw that movie where he played the twins. That comedy, have you seen that one? Where he was a art dealer?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mickey Rourke.
I always liked him. I always liked Mickey Rourke. He can.
He looks like an asshole.
Oh. Tomek said he looks like an asshole too.
I love him in that movie, The Rustler. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but he really
it was great.
Yeah. What about you, Mr. Johnny? What about you?
What? What's
Johnny's
the question?
Johnny's like, what?
Johnny's like, give me another hot dog.
The asshole actors.
Oh, I thought we were talking about albums. I don't know. I really don't watch.
Okay, go back to the albums then, John. We've taken you out of your comfort zone.
I don't even remember what that question was. You were talking about stuff like what stuff do you listen to that people wouldn't think? Oh, no, I said Spice Girls. That's right. Although
no. Joe was talking about the bands we like besides Van Halen.
Yeah.
There we go. We're back on track.
They went from that to Jack Nicholson.
Oh Al Pacino. Okay, all right. Anyway,
I like Al Pacino.
love him.
I mean,
How can you not love Al?
yeah. I used to play this for a while. I was there was this Scarface video game that was out, and I would play that on the PC, and it was great. It was awesome. I actually would play the game, and I actually had never seen the film. So
Really?
I actually went from playing and well, I played it. When was this? I was playing that game about 10 years ago. Yeah, about 10 years ago, I was playing that video game. So yeah, I saw the film finally, but it's been years since. Within the past 10 years, I've seen the movie. But I would play the game, and then it wasn't. I saw the movie after I knew the game, so it was like very similar but different, and. But yeah, Al Pacino, he's great. Wait, am I supposed to be talking about people I hate? Is that it?
No, anything you want.
It's wide open, man.
This is Joe's show. Talk about whatever you want. He gave us free reign.
That's right.
I can swear. Oh man.
Have I told you about my corns?
Tell us about the corn. The size of the corn can.
Yeah, the can of corn.
Oh.
Green midget.
Lord of mercy.
Al Pacino plays the same role in every movie. Well, I mean, there's some actors where, yeah, I mean, they're who they are, and whoever they are, it fits whatever role they're playing,
Right.
He actually played a lawyer in a movie. I was watching a movie with him from the 70s, like 1975 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like a lawyer or something.
My turn to be right back.
Oh, okay.
I have
good amp. I mean,
I wouldn't. I have to pee.
Yeah, I have to go when Mully gets back.
You can go.
No,
I'll run the show. You'll just have to scroll up to like whatever. You have to remember what time mark this is, so you can go and hear what I actually said.
I ain't gonna leave you hanging, Johnny. I ain't gonna do you like that.
Erase all the bad words I said. So what were you even? You're talking about actors that play baddies. Was it? I don't even know. I don't know. I think Joe left too.
No, I'm right. I'm here. I'm sorry. My laptop is. My laptop's having.
Oh,
I'm here.
That's weird. You're the one running the thing. How can your thing be going weird? And I'm like still here.
Crazy laptop. Yeah, you're here.
That's weird.
Yeah. Just stick with me, Johnny. Just stick with me.
Okay. What was the original question about the actors?
One guy said that Al Pacino plays the same old role every time, and Mully said a sign of a good actor is an actor who can play a really good bad guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, Joe, you can go pee now.
All right. I'll be right back, fellas.
I heard that was so funny. I got to go when Mully gets back. like we're sharing a bathroom.
Yeah, or like you guys are like watching me or something is what it was. I was being babysat is what it was like. Like I'm the one that would go off and say like the worst things while you guys aren't looking, I'm like the one guy, yeah.
Let's see. Chad saying Al Pacino is hilarious in Adam Sandler's Jack and Jill movie. I don't think I've seen that. Johnny Depp doesn't play a bad guy, does he? Has he ever played a bad guy? In what? On Blow, huh? You there, John?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't remember ever seeing Johnny Depp playing a bad person. Oh, yeah, he did. He did play the drug dealer guy, didn't he? Devil's Advocate with Al Pacino. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, and you guys won't believe it, but a lot of these movies you guys are talking about, I've never seen.
Oh, okay.
I've actually never most of the stuff that I watch is stuff from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
Right.
That's a lot of the stuff that I actually look at. Anything current within the past 10, 15 years, maybe even 20 years, a lot of that stuff I've never actually looked at.
Okay. Now, Senator O's saying he played a barber who slit people's throats. Johnny Depp. Another thing about movies, guys, you got to remember, a lot of movies don't make it over here. So, like when I go back to the States, when I go to like a DVD shop, like Blockbuster or whatever, like when we walk in there, we see so many movies that we've never even heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Like what the hell? And they're like hits, and we've never heard of them.
Well, you know, Blockbuster is now gone too.
Yeah.
It's been gone for years.
Yeah. Well, so have I. Right. What movie was it where he slit people's throats? That'd be interesting. That sounds interesting. John, you watch Netflix, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched Narcos?
No, but my wife watches it.
It's really good.
She's watching that. She's watching that what's the one from the early 80s that's out now? Everybody's watching. It takes place in the early 80s.
Oh.
It's like a science fiction thing. She's watching that. Yeah, she watches all that stuff.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Stranger Things?
Yeah, Stranger Things, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get into that one.
I've never seen it. I've never seen any of that stuff.
Narcos is really good though.
Yeah. I mean those shows, they take place a long time ago, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing with me. I'd rather watch something that was actually made in 1979 or 83 or whatever myself.
Right.
I'd actually rather watch something instead of something that took place then. I'd actually even that's the thing about me. I'll watch like the worst movie, but if it came out during, in the 70s, even if it's really bad, I'll watch it just because it came out then.
Sure.
Like take place like this past Halloween. I watched a movie. I'd have to look back in my history, but I watched some really bad movie, and the only reason I watched it was because it came out. It was a horror movie from 1979 or whatever.
Right. See you later, Adam.
See you, Adam.
Says his battery's dying.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Tomoko said throw it on the charger. I bought Johnny. I bought Trick or Treat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
I remember going to Blockbuster and seeing the boxes of all that stuff.
Yeah, the one with Gene Simmons and Ozzy and.
Okay, I never saw that, but I remember seeing.
Pretty sure it was Fastway that did the soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken. Another good band. Yeah, Dutch 5150 says Mully in a Blockbuster store. Wow, they made a second Jaws. Yeah, right. Well, it's been about that long, right?
Yeah, he'd be like, "Whoa, Superman 4! Looks great."
Back to the what?
Yeah.
Back to the what?
Jaws in 3D. Oh, what's 3D?
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Joe, did everything come out all right?
Yes, sir.
The water's pretty cold, isn't it?
When was Halloween? The 31st.
Yeah.
I'm looking through my history real quick to try to see what movie that was that I watched on Halloween. It was pretty bad, but it wasn't so bad. Actually, Casey Kasem was actually in it. He played like a scientist. If you can believe that.
Wow.
I don't even see it. That's weird. Anyway, yeah. I'll watch like the worst stuff, if it came out, long time ago. That's just what I'm into. I like looking at stuff. I like looking at different time periods. I'll watch stuff. I grew up watching a lot of stuff from the 50s. I grew up. Maybe a few of us. We grew up on I watching Nickelodeon during the day, and Nick at Night would come on at night, and you would have all those classic shows right there.
Oh,
Wanted Dead or Alive was one of my favorite TV shows ever.
Yeah. So I grew up watching all that stuff, watching movies from the 40s, 50s. I mean, one of my favorite actors of all time is Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, cool.
I grew up on all his stuff, mostly silent films. So yeah. So a lot of stuff that like anything current now, 9 times out of 10, I've never seen it. But I'll watch some really horrible Italian, drama from 1975 or something. I'll watch the worst thing just because it came out, back then.
Wow.
Huh? The Incredible Two-Headed Transplant? No, it wasn't that. Casey Kasem, he played a he was like was he a doctor?
Casey Kasem?
Yeah, in the movie I was watching. Yeah. It was about like a spaceship crashed or something, and like there was like murders that were going on, and it was like an alien that was killing people.
Huh.
It was him. It was I couldn't even tell you the people, but if you saw it, there was actually a lot of people in it where for that time period it was like, wow, these are actual stars, even though the movie was horrible.
Dang.
Yeah.
Casey Kasem was in it?
Yeah.
Keep your
Yeah. He played a wait, so when was it's got to be here in my history. I'm looking through my history, but of course, we watch so much YouTube. All of us, there's like a million,
Sure.
There's like a million videos here.
An old flick, right?
It was from, I would say, 79. Oh, it was called The Dark. That's what it was. That's right. It was called The Dark, and it wasn't scary.
Wow.
It wasn't scary. I mean, it wasn't a terrible movie, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, I'm looking at Casey Kasem's IMDb profile.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's got a lot of cartoons.
Oh yeah.
Scooby-Doo and all kinds of stuff.
Bro, hey, Raggy.
Ooh, Quincy.
Yeah.
He was on an episode of Quincy. Yeah, good stuff, Quincy.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys ever hear the audio of him where he's like really mad and swearing and stuff on his show?
Yeah, that's classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
This week on America's Top 40, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Now this dedication goes out to F.
Yeah.
I'm so effing sick of these things. That guy can go to hell. Yeah. You guys hear that? Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny, man. This long distance dedication goes to the hell with it.
Come here.
This is for Chad Horton and Shannon Horton. May you live in peacefulness. Oh, fuck.
Somebody said the Honeymooners. Somebody's texting me.
Honeymooners,
Jackie Gleason and the Honeymooners.
Love
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Oh, one show that I really got into just a few years back was I Love Lucy.
I love that.
Oh yeah, you can't
I
not
love
love
that
Lucy,
show.
right?
I love that show, man.
I can watch any of those. I can watch a marathon of that, and I'm
Yes,
just
sir.
laughing. I'm just laughing the entire time. It's
Yes,
it's
sir.
so funny,
Yes, sir.
At the
you
time.
know.
Lucy.
Which one?
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about Lucy, well, not funny, but kind of interesting thing. You guys probably know this. Her and
Okay.
what's his name, pretty much started Desilu Studios, right?
Ricky.
Desi Arnaz. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Desi.
The Desilu Studios, right? Which Desilu Studios was did the our favorite show, Andy Griffith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Andy Griffith was filmed via Desilu Studios, and there's a Star Trek episode. Star Trek was also Desilu Studios, and there's a Star Trek episode where Kirk is down on Earth and he's walking through the town and he walks in front of Floyd's barber shop. They use the Mayberry set when he was down on Earth. It went back to Earth at a certain time, and he's walking down the street with a woman, and they walk by. There's Floyd's barbershop right there. It's right there on the window.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what was that? 60s?
Yeah, it would have been, right?
60s. That was the cool thing about that period. I mean, I wasn't alive then. None of us, I think, really were. But 60s, 70s, 80s. Anytime something crossed over like that, it was always like, wow. It was always like so cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If anybody's interested, you can Google Star Trek Floyd's barbershop, and you'll see it. They got a picture. There's a dozen pictures here.
Oh, that's cool, man. That is cool.
Are you seeing it, Joe?
I have not seen it.
Okay.
I'll have to Google that. I'm just trying to envision it in my mind when you're talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Captain Kirk and that lady. They're standing there, and there's Floyd's barbershop, and then the grocery store too. Yeah, so
That's funny, man. That's cool.
I'll look real quick. I know Joe. He's on a laptop and a. Oh, I see it. Yeah, they're walking. They're walking past a storefront, and it says Floyd's barbershop.
Oh, that's cool.
Kirk is actually he's dressed up, so he's like I guess he's trying to hide or something.
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah,
he's being inconspicuous.
Wearing that nice coat.
But yeah, if you see that episode and then you see him walk by, hey, it's Floyd's. Now, granted, I learned that being on the internet. That wasn't something I picked out. Hey, yeah.
Right.
Wait,
I don't want to take credit for stuff that I didn't do.
Did they actually run into them, or is this photoshopped?
No. It was a Star Trek episode.
No. Do you
were on
see this
Earth.
other photo? I googled Floyd's Star Trek.
Floyd Star Trek. Okay,
That's what I googled.
does he got a Floyd Rose?
No, but there's 4 photos in the front talking about what we were talking about, and then down a little bit there's a photo of Spock and
Don Knotts.
Don Knotts.
That's definitely Photoshop.
Is that photoshopped?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
Do you see that?
Photoshop for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah. Spock's got the beard and mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's evil Spock, isn't it?
I don't know. He looks evil.
That's funny.
Well, wait a minute, Joe. You're in North Carolina, right?
Yes, sir.
Mayberry's in North Carolina, right?
Yeah. Actually, it's in a town called Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Right. Okay.
They have the little town dedicated for Mayberry, but it's actually in Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Okay. Now, Mount Airy was actually the town supposedly next to Mayberry in the TV show, right?
I think that was Mount Pilot.
Mount Pilot. You're right. Now, if you go to that Mount Airy, they've actually got like the Andy Griffith Museum, right?
Yes. Yes.
Have you been there?
No. I've seen videos on YouTube of it, but I haven't been there. But they've got the whole town with all kind of tourist, attractions and stuff. But I'd love to go see it. I talked to my father the other night on the phone, and coming back from my delivery, and he said he asked me if I'd been there. I said, no, Dad, I ain't been there. I said, have you? He said, oh yeah, I've been there. I was like, I didn't know you was there. He said, yeah, I've been there.
How far is that from where you are?
Oh, from me, it's probably Mount Airy is right there at the Virginia line. So it's right there close to the Virginia state line on on what is that, 77? I-77 north. So yeah, from here it'd probably take probably about a good 5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking at Cincinnati to Toledo, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a friend from North Carolina. Do you know him?
I don't know.
Right.
Ain't no telling, man. It's a small world,
Well,
right?
Isn't that how it is? People say, where are you from? I'm from Kentucky. Oh, I got a friend who lives in Kentucky. Yeah, what's that mean to me? Yeah,
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's kind of narrowing it down, isn't it?
yeah, right?
My gosh.
Although, I will say this. My mom and stepdad were in, they live in Florida. And they used to live in Orlando near Disney. And they went out one night to this restaurant near Disney. And my stepfather's the type of person, he'll talk to anybody, anywhere, at any time.
Right.
Just like walk up and start talking. And you're like, what are you doing? There was an Asian family having dinner, and he just decides to get up and go over and start talking to him. So he walks up and he goes over, and turns out they're Japanese. The parents were first generation Japanese from here, but they moved to the States, and their kids were born in the United States. And my stepfather goes over and he starts talking to him. Oh, are you Japanese? Blah, blah, blah. My son's over in Japan. He lives in Shizuoka. And the daughter's like, I used to live in Shizuoka.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out do you remember what was her name?
I remember you told me that story.
Yeah, we know each other. I know her. What the hell was her name? Like, oh shit. But anyway, my stepfather just starts randomly talking to somebody in Orlando, Florence, a girl that I knew from here.
Oh, wow. Dang, man.
So it does happen. So, Joe, do you know my friend in North Carolina?
What's his name?
Bob Smith.
Oh, Lord. You just had to go there, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh,
He's got a bit of a Southern accent.
Well, y'all come on in.
He knows several.
You're talking to one of them now.
Robert or Bobby?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, it is 10:06 where Johnny is. It is 2:06 in the afternoon, right?
2:06 in the afternoon here, yes.
It is 1:06 a.m. in my neck of the woods. So I'm going to give y'all the option. Y'all are the guest on the show. I'm going to give y'all the option. Do you want to keep going or do you want to call it? Because if we're going to keep going, I'm going to let y'all take over for a minute. I'm going to have me a cigarette.
Go have a cigarette, Joe.
It's up to y'all. What y'all want to do?
What do you think, John?
I'd take a cigarette.
Okay, you guys go have a cigarette. I'll hold down the fort. I didn't know you smoked, John.
No, I don't.
Oh,
he used to.
I quit years ago, but the urge never goes away.
Really?
No.
Huh.
Never.
Well, see, Mully's been quit for what? Mully 9 months now, something like that.
8 months. Yeah, 8.5 months. Yeah.
That's
I have no desire to smoke. None.
Damn, that's good, man.
Yeah. I don't either.
And I smoked for 30, 35, 36 years.
Oh.
Marlboro.
Wow.
You smoked
I
almost my entire life.
I don't. Yeah, right. I don't have any. No, like. Oh man, it'd be nice to have a cigarette. I got none of that, and I don't know why. I honestly don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know a guy who smoked like literally 5 packs a day for 40 years or whatever. It took getting double pneumonia and being put in the hospital for him to like get over it. You know. But for me, the urge, I've quit many times over the years. I've quit for 5 years one time, 8 years another time. I think this time it's been 4, maybe 5 years this time since I quit. And yeah, I mean, not that the urge never goes away, but I just had dinner, right? And right now I'm sitting here with the like.
That was the time to smoke after eating.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. I feel like I should be smoking right now, but I don't. You know.
All right, guys. I'll be back in about 7 minutes. All right.
Hey, Joe, may I ask what brand of cigarettes you smoke?
Marlboro Light Special Blend.
Marlboro Light Special Blend. What is that?
Yeah, you know what that is? That's actually the leftovers on the ground that they sweep up from everything else and they put it together. That's what that. I'm not kidding. That's what that is.
Oh, you mean at the factory?
Yeah. Yeah, and they just call it Special Blend.
Go smoke, Joe.
This piece of shit laptop, man. God, my.
Oh, he didn't even hear any of that. He's smoking like who knows what. Lint and air. And...
Look at this, son. Marlboro Special Blend.
That's what I heard it was, but I mean, what else would it be? They've got their standard one. They've got the light one. Anything in between. What could it be?
Interesting.
I don't know, but I tell you what, Tomoko and I were talking the other night. If when we turn 70, we're going to start smoking again.
Yeah.
Because once you're that age, who cares?
Oh, that's why I tell people now. It's like quit. Get back. Get in good shape or whatever. Because you can always do it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I go back, man, I'm going Marlboro Red all the way.
No, you can't. That's your body, Jim.
I started out on Marlboro Reds, moved to Marlboro Lights and Ultra Lights. I finished off smoking the Ultra Lights, and
yeah.
If I go back, I'm going back full core.
You know what happened to me though? Every time I would quit, like I would smoke. I started with Marlboro Reds. That's what I started with, and then I went from there to let's see, I quit. What was it? I think, being, an Eddie, clone,
Right.
I went from there to, he was smoking Winston Ultralights back about 1993, early 90s. He was smoking Winston Ultralights. And so I went to those. So I smoked those. I smoked Winston, although he went back to Camels, I guess, but during most of the 90s when I smoked Winston Ultralights because of Eddie, and I liked them. I thought they were great.
Right.
And then I quit. I quit in 1997. Basically my whole smoking career was 1990 to 97, and then I quit, and then I started smoking again in 2002. So in 2002, when I started again, I went back. It's like, oh, if you decide you're going to start smoking again, you think, oh, I'll go back to the brand I used to smoke.
Sure.
Every time I would quit and go back to that brand, it was never the same. It was like this is gross. It didn't taste the way it used to taste. And then you would find a different brand and smoke that, and that was great. But yeah, the last time I smoked 5 years ago, the stuff I was smoking was Marlboro. It was Marlboro Lights, the gold pack, the small one.
Right.
What are those? 30. There's a number. They're like shorter.
Oh, I don't know.
It was Marlboro Lights, and it's like a small gold pack is what it is.
Okay.
But anyway, that's the last one I smoked, and yeah. Yeah, I can envision. That's the thing is I can think about smoking, and I can envision the taste. I can envision everything, and it's almost just as good as actually doing it. Just thinking about it. I can smell it. I can smell my fingers and just imagine that smell. You know,
Right.
Smoking was never gross to me when I did it. Even
Me neither.
secondhand smoke, to me, it was that. Actually, I smelled secondhand smoke today somewhere. I was somewhere, and I'm like, man, that smells good.
Yeah. See, I can't. Yeah. This it doesn't appeal to me anymore. I get around cigarettes now, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, that stinks.
Mm-hmm.
And that really bums me out because I enjoyed smoking. To tell you the truth, well, here's the thing. I haven't smoked for 8 months, but technically, I didn't stop smoking. Well, because I never said I'm going to quit smoking. You told me I'm not smoking anymore, and you threw my cigarettes away. No, I'm not blaming you. The day I went into the hospital, she told me when I was I talked to her that night. She said she threw my cigarettes away, and she said, "You're not smoking anymore." And I was like, "Okay." So I've never said I quit smoking. I've never made the decision to quit smoking. You did it, and I just went along with it, and it's working. So I'm not going to complain. I'm very happy. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One of the reasons, well, not one of the reasons I quit. One of the reasons why. Well, yeah, same thing. Yeah, my wife said, "Yeah, you're not smoking anymore." That was one of the things. But one of the things that was kind of weird is the last time I smoked for a little while, I would notice every time I would take a puff, one of the like a vein underneath my left eye would get really, really big.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it freaked me out. I was like, wait a minute, whoa, what's that? So it kind of scared me away from smoking.
Well, I tell you what, man, I am glad that I am smoke free now.
Mm-hmm.
I really am.
There's a major difference as far as walking up the stairs, whatever, And
yeah, actually, it does. It really does.
Actually, one thing that I'm going to be doing is I haven't gone to the gym in quite a while, but we go for these long walks every night with Howie. We go up and down all these stairs, hills, everything. But one thing that I'm going to do is start working out more. And because I'm noticing, it's like, wait a minute. I'm noticing like a third chin,
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, I never had that before.
Well, John, like you said, you're 42 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you're over 40 now, son. So these little things are going to be sneaking up on you pretty quick now.
Yeah, I'm noticing. Actually, I've noticed just within the past month or so. This might sound crazy, but I've noticed that my voice has actually gotten lower.
Yeah, it's possible.
Which is weird. Go back to these hangouts. Listen to me like a few months ago, and listen to me now, and I've noticed it.
We found a video of the first year I was here, and I don't sound anything like myself, do I?
Your voice sounds different.
Yeah, and I've probably for you, John, you hear a little bit of a Southern accent in my voice, just a little bit, that touch of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nothing like it used to be. Mm-hmm. I think I've lost quite a bit of it since I've been here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, 72s. That's it. Thank you, man. Yeah, it was Marlboro Light 72s.
Where are you seeing this? I'm not seeing that.
Oh, I'm getting text to my phone.
Okay, so somebody's listening and texting to you rather than texting here.
Yeah,
they can't text here probably.
802 Blues.
Just curious.
It's 802 Blues. Yeah, I don't think they can. They've actually said in the hangouts that I do, when they talk to us, they actually have to comment on older videos for me to get the things.
Okay, and sorry, what were those cigarettes called?
They're called 72s.
Marlboro 72s?
Yeah, they're actually a little shorter. They're a little short, just a tiny bit. Yeah. Oh, and 802 Blues also says his favorite
Oh my God, they're stubby.
One of his favorite all-time movies is Over the Edge with Matt Dillon. Remember that one?
No, I don't know that one.
Over the Edge. That
I've
was
never heard
one.
of
It actually had "You Really Got Me" on the soundtrack.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
It came out in like '79. Yeah. Van Halen's "You Really Got Me" was in that.
Oh my.
My first movie I remember seeing Matt Dillon in when I was a kid was that movie called My Bodyguard. Y'all remember that?
Oh yeah, My Bodyguard, sure.
Yeah.
That's a cool box. Isn't it fake?
Yeah, while you were out enjoying your cigarette, we were all talking about when we quit smoking and,
Oh,
Yeah, right.
and
Cool.
all this stuff. Yeah. Although, yeah.
Well, now
I-
I'm looking online at all these different cigarette packages, and is there really a Marlboro Aromatic? This bright red box?
I don't even. I have no idea. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of different things out there because now with vaping. Oh, that's another thing that I did too for a little while. With vaping, there's all different kinds of flavors you can get.
Right.
Yeah.
I even did the nicotine gum thing for a while, and I got hooked on that.
Oh, wow.
I was chewing nicotine gum like
Center says he smokes American Spirits,
oh, this is great.
the yellow
Yeah.
Indian ones with the Indian head on the pack.
The organic cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah, the yellow ones. Actually, Edward smoked those for quite a while, 10 years ago.
I went through Marlboro Lights, Marlboro Ultra Lights, and what was it? You were saying your favorite cigarettes? Were they the
Lucky Strike.
Lucky Strike Ultra Lights?
Oh,
We
wow.
smoked those for a while. Tomoko stopped smoking. Jesus, how long has it been now? It's about 7 years. Yeah, she stopped smoking 7 years ago. She had to have surgery, and they told her to stop smoking like 2 weeks before the surgery, and she never went back.
Well, that's good.
No, I wouldn't let her.
Yeah.
Well, it was cancer surgery, so
Right.
you're not allowed to smoke after you have cancer.
Right.
But I'll just smoke in the car with you, so you can. I'll just smoke around you so you can feel like shit. But the funny thing is, I was in 7-Eleven, and they've got the cigarettes, behind the counter, but they've also got like a small stand right on the counter next to the register. It's got cigarettes in it, so like you can just grab your own cigarettes and put them on the counter. And they had the Marlboros in that display case. And I was just, looking to see if my cigarettes were there, the ultralights. And I looked over, and they had a new Marlboro that I'd never seen before. And Cinero, this is the #1 smoking talk show on YouTube.
Light them up.
I think there is electric cigarettes, the actual cigarettes, but it works on the electric cigarette cartridge or something.
Right.
So you don't get smoke come out.
Oh, an electric cigarette?
Yeah.
That's vaping.
Yeah, vaping.
Vaping. Yeah,
But
yeah.
no smoke. No smoke.
Oh, no smoke at all?
This is the #1 smoking talk
I think
show
those
on
are
YouTube.
old.
Sponsored by Tranny Man Transmissions. So,
Man. I mean, the thing about,
so anyway, I was in 7-Eleven, and I'm looking at the Marlboros because there was a new Marlboro there that I'd never seen before. It's kind of a cool looking package, right? And I reached in, I pulled the pack out, and I looked at it, and I actually had a slight feeling like you should buy this.
Uh-oh.
And then I thought, what the hell are you doing? I put it back and I walked out. But that was like that was the first feeling that I had to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
But it had nothing to do with the smoke. I wanted that package.
Yeah. That's why Joe Camel appeals to younger people. The cartoon,
Right.
If the cigarette companies, if they were smart, if any of these companies were smart, they would put like a taste of the stuff like on the package. Like let's say you pick up a package of cigarettes and it's covered in some sort of like the patch that would be on your arm.
Right.
It'd be like a felt, box, and you'd pick it up and you'd instantly be getting nicotine into your. So you wouldn't want to put it down. You'd want to buy it.
Right.
That's the future of smoking. You heard it here first.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what they should do.
Tomoko's doing origami.
Oh, cool.
Should see some of the stuff she's making. Yeah. Yeah, so that was the first time, like, and like you said, John, I really liked smoking. I enjoyed my cigarettes.
Yeah, me too.
I for the longest time I was wanting to quit, but the reason I was wanting to quit was for my health, not because I didn't like smoking. I was more worried about, driving myself to a heart attack because of my weight and everything. But I've put them down, and I haven't had any cravings. So, oh well.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal.
Mm.
802 Blues says he smoked Marlboros because of Slash.
Do what?
Slash.
He smoked Marlboro cigarettes because Slash did.
Why did I start smoking Marlboros?
Your dad was.
My dad, at the time, my dad smoked.
You said Winston.
Yeah, but way back then, Jesus Christ. I started smoking when I was 13. And my dad was smoking Winston's at that time. I don't remember. My mom smoked Salem's. And, you start off by stealing cigarettes, from your parents,
Sam was popular.
And all the big kids at the pizza shop, they smoked Winston Lights. Remember they had that gold package, Winston Lights?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They smoked those. I don't know why I smoked Marlboro, but Barry and I started smoking Marlboro Reds.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we got into high school, it was cool to smoke the lights. And the other cool thing was to smoke the not the box, the soft pack was the cool one. Not the hard pack.
The soft pack I always thought tasted better for some reason.
Yeah, right.
Is that it? For some reason, the soft pack had a better flavor to it than the box. The cigarettes in the box are always smaller too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was smoke the soft pack, and don't take the silver part off the end. Just open it up enough to get the cigarette out,
right,
and then close it back.
Yeah.
Man, some of the stupid shit we did when we were kids.
Flip the ones.
Oh yeah. Take a cigarette.
Right.
Take the first cigarette out and flip it upside down. That's the lucky cigarette.
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody does it. Or what about when you pack your cigarettes? You hit them and you get them and you smack the pack of cigarettes on the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
Right. And do that for a couple minutes, and then when you take the cigarette out, it's got like that empty space at the end of the cigarette.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you packed everything in there nice and tight. Yeah.
Wow.
But if it was a soft pack and you packed it too much, they'd come out like wrinkled and like bent.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Wow, guys.
I can blow smoke rings. I can blow smoke rings like Eddie does.
Yeah, I used to do that too.
Where he's sitting at the piano and he blows a smoke ring.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Senator really saying he's smoking Marlboros because of Motley Crue. That's very possible for me too. Man, back in the early '80s when Motley Crue first hit, on that Shout the Devil album, man, that was my band.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the first band that I discovered on my own, you know. They were new, I was new to music, and you know, I found AC/DC, but they were an established band, Iron Maiden, blah blah blah. But Motley Crue was one. They showed up in a magazine one day and like, who are these guys?
Right.
I still remember Hit Parade. That picture with Nikki Sixx with his legs on fire.
Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, when they were in the club, they would pour. I think they said like rubbing alcohol on his leather boots and set him on fire.
God. Wow.
Man. Well, I think Joe wants to go to sleep.
I got we are 1 minute away from this being a 3 minute broadcast. A 3 hour broadcast.
3 hours.
You getting sleepy there, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. We can call it in.
Yeah, man. I need to get ready to split, man.
Huh?
I said I need to get ready to split if y'all don't mind.
Pussy.
Come on, we haven't started talking about cigars yet.
Yeah, right. God, Joe, don't be such a fag.
Yeah. When I real quick, when I was a little kid, you know, you go to the circus, you know, I came home with one of those huge cigars, you know, like a fake cigar. I actually tried smoking it, and it was so disgusting.
Oh God, no, I can't do that
because it wasn't even real. You know, who knows what it was?
Good Lord.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Did we hit our 3 minute mark?
3 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Joe's asleep over there.
No, it's this freaking laptop is doing all kind of crap. I don't know what it's doing. Man.
It's trying to keep going.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Dude, seriously though, man. Yeah, you made up for me for tonight, man. I thought my hangout tonight totally sucked. And you totally
Hey.
This is fun. Well, no. I don't mean because of you.
We had fun. Sort of.
Well, I appreciate you guys being on here, man. Y'all are welcome anytime.
Well, thanks for inviting us, Joe.
Yes, sir.
And I'd
Joe
like
Camel.
to thank everybody out there watching the #1 smoking show on YouTube. This has been the Joe Wentz Project, brought to you by Joe Wentz, Mully, and Johnny Bean. Sponsored by the Golden Shower Restaurant.
Real quick, tell us about your 2 first wives.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, man. All right, fellas.
All right. Well, thanks for having us in, Joe. I had a good time.
Thank y'all.
And
Thank y'all very
Joe,
much.
thanks for showing me that this can be done just audio. That's huge for me.
Good gosh, man.
You can actually stand up now. You can walk around the room while you do this.
Yeah.
No, it's more like this is just a radio show rather than
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, like I'm laying down on the sofa.
There you go. I like doing
Mm-hmm.
just the audio thing sometimes. It's just a little bit more relaxing, you know?
And just so you guys know, I'm not naked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's great doing this stuff. Just
I'm wearing socks.
one sock.
Yeah.
I'm
Half
wearing
off.
a condom.
He's wearing one sock, but he's not telling us where he's wearing it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Sock cock. Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Johnny and Molly, man.
Thanks,
y'all.
Joe.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Great talking to you guys, man. This is a lot of
See
fun.
you guys next weekend.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Johnny won't be here, but you know.
Oh, that's right. Johnny's out next
On
week.
Friday?
Yeah, Johnny. I think Johnny's going somewhere, taking his Ripley.
Well, I'll tell you where I'm going. Is anybody actually going to hear this?
Well, we're still on the air right now.
Well, I know. We're 3 hours into something though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you guys where I'm going. I'm not going to announce it on my channel.
Okay.
Everybody listening, please don't tell anybody. I'm actually going to the guy that actually started Kramer Guitars.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to his house.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually going to a private party at Mr. Kramer's. So I'm taking my Ripley to show him.
Oh, cool.
And there should be some cool Kramers there. So I'll be posting photos and video of actual cool old Kramer guitars and maybe even some Eddie's actual old Kramers.
Oh,
wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. So I'm not going to announce it just yet. So anybody, if you're watching this right now, please don't announce it anywhere. But that's where I'll be.
Cool.
Next Friday.
Cool.
That's cool.
Awesome, man.
Cool. Those are cigarettes. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Cool, right?
Menthol. Do you guys smoke menthol?
No.
No.
I can't handle that. No.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm out of cigarettes. Can I have one? Oh, Jesus Christ! You smoke cools, really?
Yeah, it's like not worth it. Forget it.
Yeah, right.
I'll just do that.
It's like eating a mint when you really don't want one.
Right.
Yeah.
Just ruins
mint pizza.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. Everybody appreciate it.
Everybody head over to my channel.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Everybody have a good night.
Guys.
God bless. Thanks for joining the Joe Wentz Project live broadcast. We'll catch you on the flip side. Until then,
See you guys.
peace out.